Hello! We are live. Thank you for waiting, guys. We are sorry about the wait, but here we go.
All right. Good evening, Pool Player Nation. Thanks for joining us. As Steve said, we apologize for the slight delay, but our participants are about ready. We've got a special treat for you guys tonight, of course, brought to you by the American Pool Players Association,
There's Kodi.
Cody.
We've got so tonight we've got the one and only Black Widow Jeanette Lee in competition just a couple weeks after a major health scare, and she's squaring off against the kid Kodi Allen. They're going to be playing a race to 11 using the U.S. Amateur Championship format, which is a combination of 8-ball and 9-ball. So we're going to get a rare opportunity to see the Black Widow playing 8-ball, which you don't see a whole lot. And you're going to get a chance to see a real up-and-comer in Kodi Allen. He's a skill level 9. He was our runner-up in the junior championships. He's a BEF national champion. So one thing that I want to make sure we mention before we jump into the action tonight, this match is being played in Jeanette's home in the Tampa area. So again, this match is being played on Jeanette's pool table in her home in the Tampa area. And this is kind of a matchup of the student versus the teacher, right? So Jeanette is actually Kodi's soon-to-be stepmother. So they actually reside in the same residence. And I wanted to mention that up front so folks understand that we're practicing social distancing.
Yep.
For all intents and purposes, this is a family affair tonight, right?
Absolutely.
We're giving you they're kind of giving us a sneak peek in tonight. So it's kind of a rare thing, a really cool thing. We're excited. I'm your host, Jason Bowman, joined by Steve Alejandro and Mark Lancaster. We're here to walk you guys through your match tonight. You're seeing at the table there in the I Love New York shirt, Kodi the Kid Allen. What's up,
Kodi?
Hey, Cody.
Hello.
And
There's Jeanette.
Hey.
Oh, there's Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette.
Hello, guys.
Kodi, can you hear us, brother?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
So tell me, Kodi, we were talking a little bit before the match, but we want to get to know you a little bit. So you're 17 years old. I know you were runner-up in the APA Junior Nationals last summer, but you also won the BEF National Championship in the under-17. Is that right?
Woo!
Yes. Yeah, that is right.
The reigning national champion.
And I understand you're also a senior in high school, which has got to be like a crazy thing right now because a lot of the seniors aren't going back to school. So I guess that's impacting you too, right?
Yeah. There's no exams, so.
I can see the pain in your eyes, Kodi. I can see it on your face. You're devastated by this news. But so how has the shutdown affected your pool game? I mean, you're kind of on the cusp of the rise, and are you still playing quite a bit?
Yeah, I have a lot more time now to play. I have a lot more time. There's no school. I still do get homework, but the teachers are really cool and they're laid back, so they help me out a lot. Yeah. And I really have a lot of time on my hands to play.
So I'm wondering, Kid Kodi, are you nervous? Because I mean, we got about 1,000 people tuning in. You're playing the Black Widow. I mean, she's only a billiard Hall of Famer, man. Like, is that this is like a career thing for you? This is like a good shot to get some eyeballs on you. Are you nervous at all?
Yeah, pretty nervous.
Maybe not. Maybe you are now that I said that, right?
You can see the tremble on him.
He's like, it's just playing my mom, man. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what?
Wipe the sweat from your brow.
I'm nervous because I'm usually the one that's saying, Kodi, get up, it's time for school. Kodi, help set the table for dinner. And so I think that there's a little bit of like competitiveness when we're on the table.
Sure.
But off the table, he's like, yeah, okay, Jeanette, all right. So
I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she would love the opportunity to beat me at anything. So I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is ready to go.
Hey, Jeanette, how do you feel about playing 8-ball tonight? When was the last time you played an 8-ball match?
Well, fortunately, I own the Tampa Bay APA, where I get to be around a lot of people playing amateur league, having fun, meeting people, playing pool. When I'm out, my players like, hey, I challenge the Black Widow. So a lot of times they want to play 8-ball. So socially, I've been playing 8-ball here and there with my players, but competitively, I would say 25 years, 20 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We should talk about years.
And folks,
throw that idea away.
I just want to.
The Camel Pro Billiard Series is the last time I've competitively played 8-ball.
Okay. So how do you feel about playing in front of an audience against Kodi, who's a pretty high skilled player? And
Like,
I mean,
how
he's gonna be out
nervous
to
are
get
you right now?
Yeah. Are you nervous?
He's pretty good. I've watched him play.
What I'll say is that I'm highly competitive. Of course, I want to beat him, but I love this kid, and it's kind of like, listen, trust me, the Black Widow likes to break balls, and so I'm looking to take him down. But at the same time, I'll say that I can feel some nerves. And for me, as a pro compared to when I was an amateur, the difference is when you're an amateur, I feel like it feels like panic to a person or anxiety, versus as you become a pro, for me, it's more like an adrenaline rush.
Sure.
It's still
Very nice.
So you're nervous, but you like it.
But I'm excited. I'm
Gotcha.
home.
And how are you?
I'm back home now. I haven't been playing for a while. You can see, Gene, I got a break from the IV line just to play this match, and then I'll have to go back on my IV pump. But it's gonna feel good to just be hitting balls again. I just started hitting balls right before this, as you know. They put in a spinal cord stimulator, so hopefully in a few months, Doc says he'll give it another try, and hopefully my autoimmune disease will not kick it out, and everything will be great, because then I'm coming back. But I love this game. I'm happy to get to play, and he's one of my favorite kids in the whole world. So I'm excited for the match. So
are you gonna hit some balls here real quick?
Okay, I'm still here. Come on, Widowmakers out there,
All right, if you want to hit some balls, go ahead and hit them.
I'm just gonna get these few balls out, because
Jeanette is rarely at a loss for words, folks.
if we have to start, we can start. But
we'll let you hit a couple balls.
I don't know. It kind of gives the edge to Kodi if we don't, though.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, and I've been beaten enough by Jeanette to kind of want Kodi to win.
I know where you live. I definitely know where you work.
Steve, are we able to make the picture of the table any bigger than what we've got it?
Than what we have?
Yeah.
You can. What you do on your screen does not matter to me. So if you hit the little, there should be three little dots on her image when you highlight over it, and if you.
No, I mainly meant for the audience, not for me personally.
No, I've made it bigger. They're not seeing what we're seeing. Yeah.
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
Somebody had asked in the chat, so.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind looking at your guys' mugs.
Okay, good.
Just for a wardrobe change. Fortunately, I'm in my own home, but every time I stroke the ball, my hands are getting scraped by this, so I think that's going to get old. So you guys get to watch him, or he can rack them up, and we can lag, and however way you want to do this.
So this is the first time I think ever we've had a live wardrobe change in the middle of one of our matches, but we'll take it and we'll get through it. So as folks are still tuning in, this is going to be an exhibition match between the Black Widow Jeanette Lee and Kodi the Kid Allen. They're going to play a race to 11 USAM, which is our U.S. Amateur Championship format, which means they're going to start in the 8-ball set. They're going to play 8 games of 8-ball, and then they'll shift to the 9-ball set where we'll see up to 13 games of 9-ball. So again, it's a race to 11. Should be a great match. Jump cues allowed. The other USAM rules like that, masse shots, push outs. So should be a great match. Good competition. Jeanette, as you guys know, we did the story last week on her. She's had some recent, they're not recent health issues because she's had health issues for years, but had another health issue kind of as the whole COVID thing is shut down like the world. She was heading into the hospital to have, I think, an implant that she had put in her back removed because of an infection. And so here she is a couple weeks later ready to play a match. And I think she's doing this mainly to entertain her fans. I don't know that she's 100% and, but she said, hey, there's no sports on right now. We're looking for something to do on Friday night. And she's like, hey, let's do it. And so here we are. And we appreciate Jeanette and Kodi, who, again, do reside in the same household. Kodi is Jeanette's fiance's son. So it's a kind of a family matchup here. We're not breaking the social distancing rules or anything like that.
So are there some friendly stakes here, Kodi? While Jeanette's changing, is this like a 30 days no trash if you win, or you don't have to clean your room, or like what have you been able to work out?
Well, luckily my room was already clean when I got here.
So what? $1 million maybe?
Give or take.
Yeah.
You get to pick the pizza place for the next 5 trips, or I'm just trying to think of all the things that I would do with my daughter.
What was that?
I was just saying you could pick the pizza place the next 5 times when they ask, "Oh, who wants? Where do you want to go out to eat?"
Probably get some Panda Express.
Panda Express instead of pizza. Okay.
Panda Express, huh?
Panda Express.
Have you played many of the U.S. amateur races before, Kodi, or just one?
Like this, I don't think I have. I don't think I've played. You talking about like the rules and stuff, right?
Yeah, well, the combination 8-ball, 9-ball, because there is a strategy of playing 8-ball first or playing 9-ball first, depending. Because you said you're more of a 9-ball, 10-ball.
Oh, I played APA Masters before, so they kind of had it like that. They do 8-ball.
Okay. So that's just the extended race, yeah.
So what do we think? You guys ready to do this?
Yeah, let's get going.
Do this thing.
Let's do it.
Starting the 8-ball set.
Start with 8-ball.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Start with 8-ball.
I got.
So.
Let's get it on.
Go ahead.
Who's I want to know, Steve, who the chatters are taking in this match. Are they taking the widow? Are they taking the kid? Again,
Well,
you got an up and comer against a billiard Hall of Famer that's had the recent back issues. Not recent, but more back issues recently. And so who's everybody picking out there? We need to know. Race to 11, 8-ball, 9-ball combination.
So far, I know in the beginning of the chat when we first got on, they said that Jeanette hands down. But
You see how that goes as the match goes on.
yeah,
Hey.
no offense, Jeanette, but I'm low key rooting for Kodi here.
Looks like Cody's got the lag.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. So here we go. First of 8 games of 8-ball.
Oh, lots of kids in the chat.
Cool.
Micah Moldova says taking the kid 11-9.
Whatever you call it, right?
I know that. I know Florian's watching it right now because he's already set. So.
Where?
Selwyn
Florian
says
Kohler's
widow.
tuning in.
Yeah, he's watching it right now.
Of course, tomorrow Florian's going to try to set that 24-hour Guinness World Record.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be checking that out throughout the evening tomorrow and into Sunday. That should be kind of cool for you guys to tune into. That'll be on his YouTube channel.
Yep.
Encourage you guys to check that out. You can just turn the TV on and let Florian do his thing for 24 hours straight in the background if you want.
3:00 tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, it's 3 o'clock Pacific time.
Now, Jeanette, you definitely have supporters in the chat. I don't want to say that you don't, but I think everyone's kind of low key rooting for the kid.
That's okay, because I want his team too, kind of. He's awesome, and I'll tell you, just like he was saying earlier, he spends half the time with his mom and half the time here with his dad and he's got a table at both places. So
he's playing.
He's playing all the time.
So this should be an exciting match, even if I'm. The fortunate thing for me is one of the things that
Oh, see, now we say this, and now the chat's like, widow.
Yeah, the chat has taken a turn in favor of the widow.
Yeah. They just needed a little prompting, apparently.
Is that the dog picking? Who's the dog picking by barking? Kodi with the break.
He's right here.
Big break, 2-ball, 5-ball.
I'll give him to my beautiful daughter, Savannah, who can come out and say hello in a little bit. Ball drop?
Yeah. I dropped one of each. Does it matter?
The dog is the ref, someone says.
Mark, you can sure see those balls better than I can.
Yeah, I can barely.
Called those right off the break. I was impressed. I could barely see them.
Well, it was actually the 15, I think it was, because it was a 2-ball.
Oh, now I've got it set up to maximize my screen, so now I see a lot better. So this is Kodi the Kid Allen here.
Did you just play a sound effect?
Did Mark do that?
That wasn't me.
I didn't do
Oh, that
that.
was something in the background.
Oh man,
It looked like Marco was stuck in there.
Yeah, that's right. I should use the sounds on my phone. So got a bit of a pickle here. He's trying to figure out what he's got. I got 7 ball down there.
Yeah, let's hear the commentary. I'm curious what you know, Steve.
me? No, that's
What do
Mark.
you
That's
know?
why we brought Mark.
That's
I
why
know
we brought
video
Mark to the
cameras
party.
and stuff.
I was going to. I would have hooked myself like that too. Yes.
I know how to chit chat. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Mark. Okay, hello.
We had to get somebody good looking, so we brought Steve in.
There you go. There you go. I'm bringing up the curve a little bit.
Yeah. Also the box of cereal value too. So.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the way to go.
Yeah, there we
Telling
go.
you, buy stock.
It's a bit of a tough shot having over like that. Plays the safe. And it gets over the corner. Makes it a little bit tougher for Jeanette right off the bat.
Now, so are they actually listening to us as they're playing?
Yeah, this is all live, man.
Oh, that's gotta be really.
Yeah, everything we're saying, they're here. We're sharking the crap out of them.
If you guys want to turn the volume off,
You
we
can
won't be
mute us
offended,
if you
so don't-
want.
Yeah, so
you're
you don't have to
not,
listen
you're not shocking us. This is for entertainment, so we're good. Probably the only thing is don't ask a question of one of us while we're down shooting.
So
but
wait
otherwise,
until you're down. Got it.
Yeah, Jason.
comfortable because we want everybody involved here. So that's
This
all
is a
right.
bit different as far as commentating goes. It's got to be a unique experience for you, Jason.
Yeah, having the people actually hear you live. Of course, that's what Bill Tufts always worries about at our tournaments in Vegas. He's like, I don't want the people to hear you guys talking.
We go through
Because to some
great
degree,
effort to make that not
that's
happen.
true. Well, I mean, think about it. You got somebody like an Ava or a Jeanette or somebody in the booth that's actually analyzing the table
shot.
throughout the
Good
match.
shot.
You
Right.
could actually inadvertently give a coach to
It's
a
like
player
free
if they're
timeouts all
listening to
game
you.
if you can hear them.
Exactly. I mean, it's like the ultimate coach. You got one of these guys telling you what to do. So we have to put up the sound
We
walls.
put up drum shields and we use very specific kinds of mics so they don't have to talk loud. We put a lot of effort into it to do it right. Hopefully you guys see that in the
joining
end
us
product.
tonight too. Approaching 2,000 viewers. You guys can do us a big favor if you're really enjoying what you're seeing. You can share it with your friends and family so we can drive more viewership. Jeanette and Kodi kind enough to entertain us all tonight in this
Yep,
matchup
appreciate
of the
it, guys.
widow versus the kid. You know, I don't know about you guys. I've been starved for live sports entertainment.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm a sports guy, and there is no sports driving me crazy. And so being able to bring this to you guys is, I think, a pretty cool thing. And so we appreciate what APA is doing. We appreciate what the Black Widow and Kodi and really all the
Gene,
folks
don't
that have
forget
helped us.
Gene.
Florian,
Yeah.
Gene is the one running the controls on their end.
Yep.
And we've done some stuff with Florian. We've done some stuff with some other league operators. So, you know, we're just doing what we can to keep you guys connected. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the pool action.
Only so many reruns you can watch.
Right?
Top shot.
Tonight, Jeremy Jones, Team Moscone or Team USA Moscone captain, was kind enough to join us on
Yep.
Billiards Tonight, which is a
Gosh,
weekly
that was
show
just yesterday, wasn't
that
it?
we're doing.
Yeah, last night.
Yeah, that was a great interview too. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that, that's on our Facebook page.
He's a sharp guy, Jeremy is. He's a
yeah.
sharp guy.
Got a little out of line already. Dang it.
Trying.
I was trying to do a
Around,
little.
come back.
This starts the draw.
Mark,
Use
Mark,
the
go ahead and
bridge.
help her out, man. What should she do?
Got to use the bridge. Another choice.
10 ball doesn't clear, so
Yeah. Got to come back down for that 14 if you can.
I think I'm
By the
gonna
eight
try
ball?
to make it a little easier on myself and get on this 9 ball.
Yeah.
Thomas Herbert from chat says we need to bust out the shot clock.
Shoot the 5 and draw down here, shoot the 14, then the 10, then the 9 in the corner, and the 8 back here. But
So
So
we
folks calling for the shot clock.
give myself a little easier.
Hey, did we put Gene on the spot and ask him who he was rooting for here? Hey, Gene, can you hear us?
He said Kodi.
Are you rooting for your future bride, or are you rooting for your smart man?
What'd he
He
say?
pled the fifth.
Good
He said
man.
no comment.
Oh.
Oh, we sharked her. That's us.
Oh,
We gotta not talk when she's down. That's our
We
fault. We're
want
sorry,
Kodi to win.
but we do
I
want
keep
Kodi
forgetting.
to
I keep
win.
forgetting they're hearing us. I keep forgetting they're listening to us.
Yeah.
That is just so the audience knows that is that never happens. It is you're used to being able to say whatever you want, almost kind of like objectively, and so you almost feel like you have to watch what you say. You know, not that we would ever say anything bad, but like, Mark, are you having a hard time analyzing the rack, knowing that the way you're analyzing it might be listened to by them?
You've got to say something afterwards, not during. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
And you also can't be like, "Oh, that was a terrible shot."
Oh,
What was
yeah,
thinking?
I can actually say
What was
that.
she doing there?
Yeah. I'll say that right now after this show.
So they can't hear it too well.
Lawrence Brzezzinski says, "No way,
Oh,
this
that was
is
a terrible
live."
shot. What was he thinking?
Oh, Lauren, this is so
Didn't come back
live.
around high enough on that.
Lawrence, not Lauren.
Oh, well, Lawrence, it certainly is live. It's happening
Right
live as we
now.
speak in Tampa, Florida, in the home of the Black Widow, in the Black Widow's lair, if you will.
I think that threw Kodi off when you said that, Jason.
Unfortunately, based on the layout of this house, there weren't a whole lot of options that had enough bedrooms for all of my children and a pool and room for a pool table. And the way that it's laid out, it's not, I don't want floor, and it kind of goes all throughout the house.
Slow down.
So,
Did it again. That makes it a little bit tougher.
And these guys are playing on this is a 9-foot table, right? That you're playing on. What kind of table is it?
yeah, this is a 9-foot diamond table. And I've
9-foot
had
diamond, okay.
I think I've had this since 1996, maybe.
Wow.
Wow.
I had an Imperial table before that, and I moved to Indianapolis, and Diamond Billiards is in, I think, in Louisville, Kentucky, or wherever, Elizabeth, Indiana, and so it was pretty easy to get one shipped up, and I just love the way that the table plays. It's not as tight. I think it's the standard diamond
Nice try.
with, oh man.
That was a defense.
Mark, you just
Mark it down
reminded
home,
me.
folks.
Let's see. Well, I'll tell you, I don't have a pocket for anything right now.
Yeah.
You reminded me of Gordon Ramsay there. You were so nice to Kodi, but you've never been that nice to me after missing a shot.
Who, me? No.
Yeah, you.
That's right, it does go. I forgot that. So,
It's going to be a speed shot.
let's see. Well, the 10 ball. Ugh.
Never been that nice to me after missing a shot.
Let's see now. All right, 15 goes. I just got to figure out that 10, which means I have to be fairly straight on this 15.
Jeanette pretty much commentates herself.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take a nap. I'll be back in a bit.
Yeah. Oh, just great. Oh,
Oh!
anyways, off the 7 ball there.
Unfortunately,
You didn't get the right angle.
I made the 10 ball even more impossible.
I make those kinds of shots at 8-ball mini clip all the time.
How you doing on the 8-ball mini clip game? Are you really up in your game?
I did hit level 6. I was able to join my first group. We actually made an APA national group, and I probably will be challenging players randomly.
Very nice.
And yeah, at some point I might stream some of my
What level
shenanigans.
are you
I'm not very good. I could use some advice, but we're getting there.
You
I
said
think I'm
level
I don't
Steve
have a
6?
way to get out here, so I'm going to actually play defense now because if
You
I
can't
make
get
this 14, I don't really have.
Anything on
I'm
the
not
15?
playing enough right now for me to be comfortable to put myself in that. So I'm just going to try to play some defense and hope that I get another shot.
Chandra Osgood from chat says this is how she runs her clinics too, always talking through each shot. Was the best learning experience I ever had. That's Chandra
cool.
Osgood from chat.
Come on.
Good shot. Good shot.
I wonder where Chandra did her clinic with the Black Widow at. Was that at our event in
Yeah.
Vegas, or was that somewhere else?
What are you doing?
When I owned the Memphis franchise, Jeanette came for one of the shows. Remember, Jason, that show that was set
Yeah.
up? She was one of those locations, and People were lining up for the challenge matches. They love.
You know what I remember about that night? I don't know if Jeanette remembers, but there was like tornado sirens going off everywhere. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because remember, Greg was saying, well, maybe we should cancel this. And you went, what? We'll lock people in, but we're not going to cancel the thing.
I said there's 300 people already here. I can't cancel it, though.
Yeah. And it actually
we made it through, right?
it ended up not being anything else. But that really worked. I think Jeanette spent more time signing autographs than she did anything else. It was a line out the door.
I believe it.
Took forever just for everybody they wanted to get autographs from her. So she did a real good job on the challenge matches. That's kind of her forte now. So he's going to try and 3-rail kick at this. 1, 2. Oh, hit the 2. Nice shot.
There you go, buddy.
Nice shot.
There you go, Kodi.
Good defensive shot. Good shot.
Strong. Stinker butt.
Give me another defensive shot.
Well, you must really like a table if you're going to move around with it as many times as you have over the last 24 years. That's a good sign because you took this thing from Indiana, right? You've been in a couple different places down in Tampa. She's focused. She's not listening.
I wonder if she muted us.
Maybe so.
That wouldn't be the
Probably.
first time, would it, Steve?
No, I get muted all the time.
Yeah.
It's probably
All the
I'm
time.
Sure, it's got to be distracting to try to shoot with us talking. So
Yeah, so that's why we keep doing it, right?
we're not offended.
Part of it, that, and we're irritating some members in chat. So,
Even better.
chat, just so you
Good
know,
shot, Jeanette.
I'll just say this real quick. We're not going to stop talking. And if it bugs you that much, there is a mute button. We're here to hang out. We're loving life.
Yeah.
We're all in quarantine. This is about community and watching some good friends play pool. That's what we're about right now. You're welcome to join us. We're glad that you're here. If the talking bugs you, I get it. I don't like the sound of my own voice sometimes. There is a mute button. Throw on some music, grab a beer, chill out, relax. You don't need to post it in chat 20 times. It's all good.
Yeah, that's the one benefit about it being your party is you get to when it's your party,
Dictated.
you get to do what you want.
I want to hang out with Jeanette, Kodi, and Jean and these guys. So that's what we're going to do.
I do hate the sound of my own voice, though. So I get what you're saying.
I'm like you, Jay. I never go back and watch anything that I've been in because I don't want to see or hear myself. It's really weird.
Same thing.
James Anaya says quarantine blows. Yes. Yes, it does.
It does kind of blow, but I tell you what, would we be doing this tonight if we weren't here? I mean, you guys
Probably
would
not.
be watching what you're watching right now. I can assure you,
Probably not.
because I would have been out on Friday. We would all been out somewhere, but here we
So
are.
we're playing pool.
We're out in this different way. I am curious, though. I mean, since we do have a lot of viewers, I know the president had the new things come out yesterday with kind of the guidelines, and the governors and mayors are going to decide when they get back to things. I'm curious if people that are tuning in are ready to go back and play pool. You know what I mean? Like if your local people said tomorrow, hey, you can go back and play, are you ready to go out and play again? So I'll be curious what people say.
It's been about a month for a lot of these people.
Steve really gets into the comments. That's why.
Yeah, I see that.
They're saying the camera's slightly out of focus, and like 27 of them have said it.
Yeah. Well, unlike our events they're used to seeing some of the broadcasts.
Yeah,
we do
no,
in
I'm
Vegas
glad
where
we've set the standard
where
that
we really
high.
control the elements. Here, it's a little more challenging the way that we're doing this because we're basically doing this through a video chatting room.
Right.
So you don't have all the niceties you might in a professional broadcast. But hey, it's better than watching reruns of
Good
whatever you
shot,
watch
Jared.
reruns
Good
of.
defense. Good defense.
Speaking of our streaming setup
Kick shot.
out in Vegas, the kind of cameras we out there are really nice cameras, and we're using a webcam, so it's
Oh, okay.
not going to be the
I
same.
thought there were iPhones in Vegas.
Very fancy iPhones. Very, very fancy iPhones.
I tell you what, this has turned into a bit of a defensive battle here.
Yeah,
We're still in the first game of these 8 games of 8-ball, and these guys are not giving an inch.
Yeah, so we better start making some coffee.
I'm actually drinking a soda for the first time, and I don't know how long.
Oh, yeah, I haven't had one of those in about 8 years.
Yeah,
It's actually quite good too. I haven't had a soda in so long. I'm like, ooh.
What kind of soda?
Coke, Pepsi, one of the two. It's been so long, I don't really remember how to differentiate them in my taste buds.
Yeah, Richie Rich.
Richie Rich drinks Coke or Pepsi.
Yeah, Coke.
Funny.
Let's see how he does here.
Bobby Howard says.
Nice try.
Did he touch it?
No, I don't think so.
He didn't touch it. Okay,
Nope.
I thought maybe he got just a piece.
No.
of it.
No, he should have said he clipped it. Jeanette was too far away. She might not have noticed.
All right, so opportunity here for the widow.
You got a tough shot with that. Right there. That's her problem.
Sonny says, no need for soda. Drink a beer, bud.
Oh, I had one of those earlier. I was on a stream actually before this with one of our league operators. In fact, if he's tuning in, Dart Voles, happy 50th birthday, buddy. He's a league operator in Baton Rouge. He does a daily "What Did Dart Do Today" segment while the shutdown's going on. So today's his 50th birthday, so I hopped on there and we all had a drink and chatted with their league members, and so that was kind of cool. So his 50th birthday, I want to say happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, Dart.
Yeah, for sure. It's interesting, people that are celebrating. I had my mom celebrated her 70th this week. We were talking about Cody's a senior. He's going to miss graduation. And, this whole thing for people that have like weddings right now it's crazy.
Yeah.
The impact this
Yeah,
thing has had
mine
on
got
life.
canceled.
Your wedding?
Yeah, my wedding got canceled. That's it. I'm not doing it anymore.
Seems like there's about 8 or 9 jokes there, but I'm going to leave them all on the
exactly.
table.
So, it's actually, if I remember correctly, it's Ashley Morgan's birthday today. Good shot, Jeanette. That's
Happy birthday, Ashley, league operator down there in the
Down in Florida,
Central Florida area.
Orlando area.
Yeah, nice place to be.
That ball go by now, Jeanette?
Yep.
Okay, good shot.
Again, this is Kodi Allen at the table. Kodi is a
Big fan of New
BEF
York.
national champion in the under 17 division. He was the runner-up last year in our junior nationals APA event. It's held in St. Louis. So he's an up-and-comer, folks. Get used to the name.
And he just turned 23. Oh, no, 17. That's right.
I don't remember what he was when he started APA, but he's 7'9" now. So he's really improved through his experience with APA and play other people.
Good hit. Get in there.
It's good hit.
I'm curious at what age he surpassed Dad, because Dad is what, a skill level 6?
No, 4.
Gene, you're a 4?
He surpassed me probably about 8 months after you learned how to hold a post.
Oh, wow.
Well, he's a
Okay.
slow starter then.
Well, we were talking before the match. I mean, Kodi wants to ride
Good
this thing as
shot,
far as
Jeanette.
it
Good
goes.
shot.
He wants
Perfect.
he's looking to make a career out of pool if he can. So that's how serious he is about his game. And we talked about the fact, here he is playing Jeanette Lee, a couple thousand people watching. This is a good little test run, if you will,
Jeanette's in control here. There we go. Good shot. Finish off the rack. We got 1-0.
You're really putting the pressure on, aren't you?
Uh-huh. This is easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Even Gene could get out from here.
Marky Marie Works, I'm going to give you a shout out here. Happy birthday to your father. I'm sorry that he's passed. And Jeanette is a badass broad. I agree. And we mean that with the utmost respect, of course.
You can tell Jeanette's a league operator.
I was making sure we didn't have to mark it.
Yeah.
We trust you.
Yeah.
If you mess it up the internet, we
play
got you.
USAM format, so.
Yeah. She didn't mark it. 1-0, Kodi.
Yep.
Good shot. Good shot.
Call it. Call it.
Yeah, call it, Kodi. Call it. She didn't mark her pocket.
All right, so the Black Widows on the board, 1-0. Again, this is a race to 11. They're going to play 7 more games of ball before they move to the 9-ball test. So I think both of these players agree they're more of the 9-ball player. So it's interesting to see them play in this different format. So, and for the folks tuning in at home, we appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully, you guys are having a good Friday night, enjoying the match that we've dubbed the widow versus the kid, the student versus the teacher, if you will. All brought to you by the American Pool Players Association. As Mark's sending me text messages on my phone. Stop messing with me, man. Stop messing with me.
First half, you could always use the wrap on top of it for the rest. But it would help.
So
What
the
happened
teacher
there?
showed
I
the
didn't
student how to
imagine.
play a defensive game.
To Savannah. Chloe, come out and say hi. I got my little girls. Is this too close?
No, we can see you.
No, we can see them.
Hello.
My mom decided to put some makeup on. She decided to also. So, no, not turtle mom. She would not be going outside with makeup on.
Baby widow there, folks. A baby widow.
Very lucky to have such great, sweet children.
Now, which one? Is that Chloe or Savannah?
That's Savannah.
And I'm Chloe. Come here. Chloe, stand up straight. Can we see her? Oh, and she's touting the nice APA Black Widow.
Yeah,
The jeweled one. Yep.
yep.
Bedazzled.
Her hand.
He says, "Get out of the way. I'm breaking."
Where's that?
All right, so the Black Widow will have the break here.
And I'll tell you, I haven't played 8-ball enough for me to practice the break, because a lot of times people want to break in the middle, but I'm so used to breaking 9-ball. 10-ball, I started to break a little bit more from the center, but I'm going to stick to what I know, which is this corner break. It's not the best break in the world, but it'll
Try
work.
and make the 8-ball.
In the closet?
SF Bannon says
Make
we
it
have
in the closet
faces
when
for
you're really
radio.
Come on, something go in. Hey!
Okay. Made a couple.
2 balls on the break. Though both low balls, huh, Mark? Did you get some numbers on
It
them?
looked like it, but it looked like a 7-ball at first.
I was so impressed the first break. You had him like that. I was like, whoa, he's a spotter.
Yeah.
So,
So we've got 2, 4, 5. Was that one of each?
let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 stripes, 5 solids.
So 2 solids, yeah. So a 7-ball and what was it? 2-ball? No, 2 balls down below.
Jeanette kind of sizing things up here. Somebody had asked about the patch on Jeanette's arm. Of course, we mentioned at the beginning, and when she was actually on Billiards Tonight last week with us talking about her recent health scare. Jeanette has had back issues all her life and had a implant put in several weeks back, and then had an infection pop up and had to have it removed. So she's still on some medication, and so that's all related to that good stuff, keeping her healthy.
League operator James Harper just sent me a text saying he's watching the stream. He's league operator with his wife in Orlando as well.
A lot of folks tuning in from Central Florida tonight.
Yep.
Love Central Florida. I'm more of a Tampa guy, though, than an Orlando guy. Just got to say it. You see the Gators there. Boom. Gators.
Where? I don't see
The
anything.
Gatorhead. Chomp.
Well, I thought it was an
chomp,
LSU thing.
You just put a big smile on Dart Voll's face, I'm sure.
Looks like the 1 ball's the problem right now.
What to do.
Maybe knock the 8-ball with your stick. Make sure Kodi doesn't see it.
Now they know they can use jump cues tonight, right? They're playing USAM format.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'll come here. All righty.
I feel like the pool room area at the Jeanette Lee house has changed since we were there, Steve. Didn't there used to be like a pinball machine in there somewhere?
It's right there. It's right in the back.
Oh, I see it behind the
Yeah,
picture.
it's behind the
Okay,
Eagle
okay.
photo.
Yeah, so that's actually Jeanette Lee's own pinball game back there. Got her her face on it.
The only other place I've seen that pinball was actually at the Riviera Pinball Hall of Fame.
Oh,
that's cool.
That's the second. Jeanette's was the second one that I've seen.
Well, when I was in Las Vegas visiting Florian because he owns the Vegas franchise. I know that they're really working on the convention center now, where the Riviera spot was. So they're working. They were working away. I'm not sure what they're doing now, but
I've heard construction out there is still going on, but you do have to wonder eventually. I mean, it's like I remember back in 2008 when the recession hit and all those cranes and stuff. They just stopped moving and they just sat there for like several years. So you just never know. Hopefully they get back on track out there sooner than later.
Well, I wonder what's happening with the building that was on the other side of where the Riviera. Remember that one?
Yeah, the one that's just been sitting there forever.
Yeah.
That's the old Stardust property. You're talking about Resorts World, which is what they were putting up, right? Next to the Circus there.
Yeah, it was like a $4 billion deal they were doing.
Yeah.
And they just stopped.
Sassafras.
We appreciate you keeping it PG. Keep it a PG.
If I see the 2, I could say it, but then I don't have anything on the 5-1. I've got half a pocket on 5. I'm talking to myself. I can talk to myself.
It's the only way you can be assured of intelligent conversation sometimes.
I talked to Vivian. I talked to Allison. Just ask him.
You talk to him during your matches with them?
I got it set up.
Is that what she's saying?
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
I can
Really?
totally see her doing it.
When she's at the table.
I wonder what the Duchess of Doom thinks of that.
Will the 5 go by?
I think I'm wondering when you're alone in your room.
George Reel says, "Oh my gosh, such language, sassafras."
Sassafras.
Not really swear words, but my version of swear. All right, I'm gonna try to keep this.
Toby McGovern says, talks about not reopening Circus have circulated. Here's the thing I'll say about hotel rumors in Vegas. So I listened for a decade for people to talk about the Riviera was closing. And yes, it did eventually close, but I mean, it took like a decade for it to happen. So as it relates to any casinos out there, I'll believe it when I see it. You just don't know about that town and the way that money moves around.
Well, plus they don't even know what's happening. So how can they know what's happening to say that casinos are shutting down? Good shot. Okay, that makes it a bit tougher.
Shout out to Adam. What's up, buddy?
That was insane.
Hope folks are having a good Friday evening. I'm curious though, what do you guys think? Is Friday still as significant as it was in the post or the pre-COVID situation? Friday to me now is kind of like, meh.
I tell you what, Friday just makes me sad. Because I
remember what you're not doing?
Yeah, because there's an expectation, right, that comes with the weekend. There's this pressure to go out and have fun and do things, and it's never more apparent that you can't when you feel that you should. Okay. So the weekend is kind of sad for me, I think. What do you think, chat? Let's get deep.
Well, they're tuning in with us, so we know they're at least they needed something to do tonight.
I almost forgot it was Friday because all the days run together right now. So I got a text from Jason, said, "You ready to do this?" And I said, "Oh yeah, today's Friday." Oh, all the days are kind of running together. You don't
Yeah.
mean any different than the other.
Don Provolone from chat says Friday means nothing with COVID.
Yeah, that's kind of
Must
what we
be.
were thinking too.
Don't disagree. But then we have another comment from Jason saying, I'm drinking beer. Both my kids are asleep. My 3-year-old fell asleep. That's a typical dad life.
Hey, I can relate. I got a
You know what I
3-year-old
mean?
and 6-year-old. I can definitely relate to that. When the kids go to sleep, it's like, ooh, I got 2 hours to partay.
Before- and then you pass out in 30 minutes.
So I can wake up by 6 when they wake up. But I get it, man. Once you get the kids to bed, it's like, oh, okay. That's about the only time I have to decompress right now, working from home with the kids at home.
Yeah, and everybody's home right now.
Yep.
Good shot, Jeanette. That was a safe there, I assume.
No comment.
Yeah.
Another thing out to chat real quick. I'm just assuming you guys are joking about the shot clock because it's obviously not something that's ever going to happen in this scenario. So
Yeah,
just
they're
to throw
running
that
out
out there to you guys, I'm coming along with you with the joke though. So feel free to keep saying it. It makes me laugh.
We don't even use the shot clock at the actual USA.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna do it in Jeanette's pool room here at home.
And again, do remember, this is for fun. It's for hanging out. This is Jeanette's real first day back at the table, and so let's just all relax.
We do put her on the shot clock in our own house, though.
Do you though, Gene?
Yes.
How does that work out?
We might have to think about it almost an hour into it in game 2. So
Hour into game 2.
That is a good point.
Whose idea was it to start in the 8-ball set?
We should do those COVID cards we were talking about for the Florian thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, people want to tune in. So on Wednesday night, we got Venom versus Venomette. Florian Kohler versus Iana Kohler. That'll be a 9-ball handicap race. So Florian's going to play as a 9, Iana as a 4. But we might introduce some different elements into that match to keep things interesting. And I'll leave it at that.
having Florian play with the other hand or something like that.
Something.
I just got another message from another league operator in Florida, Jeff Howell, who's the Treasure Coast League operator. He wanted to remind me the last time he played in a Masters match when he didn't win. It was the last match him and I ever played, but Jeff worked for me before he went down to Florida and owned his league. And won Rookie of the Year in his first year when he bought a franchise. So, hello, Jeff Howell.
We just saw Jeff Howell in the Moscone Cup matches yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Talking
We
to
did
Jeremy.
that live interview with Jeremy last night. We watched the highlight, and if you watch the highlight of this year's Moscone Cup, Skylar Woodward, before he shoots the final shot, he runs over to somebody in the crowd and like high fives them. That's Jeff Howell. So he's part of that Moscone history.
Yeah, and I think Jeff went with Don Ward, the league operator out of Raleigh.
Yeah.
Franchise. Oh, that'll work. He did that on purpose. That was defense.
Yeah, that shirt he was wearing too. I love that shirt. Yesterday. That was a very nice shirt.
Kodi's so good he can just barely miss.
Looks like some spectators getting together there at Jeanette's house in the background. Got our first on-site spectator there.
And that's the little widow back there.
Marky Marie says, I have you on the big screen while I'm crushing 9-ball racks. That's the way to do it.
I like that. I could.
That's the way to do it.
I've been real impressed. We've been seeing through the APA group and in our Facebook page, we've been seeing a lot of the folks that have nice home tables and setups. And the other interesting thing is I've seen a lot of people that have like gone out and bought like used
Very
tables.
nice, Jeanette. Good shot.
As we've gotten into this COVID thing, a lot of people went out and bought tables so they didn't have to stop playing.
Cheryl Dickmer says, I miss Friday night pool. We agree.
That's interesting. I wonder if she was playing Friday night league pool. I mean, we do have leagues on Friday nights, but most of our leagues are more like the middle of the week kind of thing. So I'd be curious if she was playing in a Friday night APA league.
The majority of the players who play in the APA league are going to their establishment or pool rooms the other days of the week anyways. So
That's a good point.
probably not that uncommon that some of them just can't stay away from the place, right?
Yeah.
It didn't come on the chat, but I have a friend of mine, Jerry Norris, who said that he's a spectator watching this match right now because he's a big fan of Jeanette's, but he is a better pool player than he is a golfer. I play golf.
Close.
He stinks. Nice try, Kodi. But he's a pretty good pool. He's a 9 in 9 balls, so he's a good pool player.
Melissa, she asked from chat, is this Jeanette's son or someone that she has taught to shoot?
Stepson, yeah.
Future stepson.
Yeah.
Soon to be stepson.
So a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the Black Widow comes into your life, if you're a pool player, you're going to learn some things from her. There's no doubt about it. Like you gotta be picking a Hall of Famer's brain if you can.
Yeah. And if Hall of Famer is wearing down the student right now.
Skip Lassiter says he is glad you're doing well, Jeanette.
Skip, our league operator there in Birmingham,
Alabama. Hey, Skip.
He's a big LSU fan as well.
Maybe. We need those big pair of gloves Skip had. Throw on it. Get a little luck there. There you go. Good shot. Good shot. Perfect.
I can make that shot in 8-ball mini clip.
I'm guessing there's a lot of folks out there playing the mini clip game right now. That if you don't got a table at home, you got to get your fix somehow. Did you guys see that thing we had on the Facebook page about the lady that, like, she took all these materials from her house and actually made a fairly decent pool table?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whoa. I love the people's passion right there.
Good shot,
Right.
Good out.
Black Widow pockets that 8-ball.
And she kind of she hit it in a little firm just to tell Kodi, hey, let's rack it, let's go.
Jeanette will have the break. She leads 2-0 again. This is a race to 11.
All right, bringing the scene back to us while he racks. I'm going to mute him while they rack because those balls clinging are really painful to the ears. So we have a couple more things in chat. Eric says, shout out to my APA team regulators. And they're out of Topeka, Kansas.
Kent Henderson's area.
Yeah. You know, we did a story about a nurse from there that so there's this nurse that plays in the Topeka. It's called something else, maybe Northeast Kansas or something APA. But, you know, they don't have as many cases of the coronavirus there, and they need help in New York. So this gal puts on her face mask. She's a nurse, puts on her face mask, hops on an airplane. She's like the only person on the plane from what I could tell, heads off to New York City to help people there. And I just think that's, you know,
cool.
It's awesome.
Just pretty awesome. Yeah. To see our, you know, not just to see the healthcare workers and things that are really stepping up, but to know that this is an APA member, and there's a lot of APA members out there that are doing things that are making a difference right now. And that's just good. That's a positive. I think that makes us all kind of feel good.
Yeah.
So thank all of you that are out there on the front lines of this thing. The scratch.
Okay.
What's that thing she's using?
It was
That's
just
a magic rack, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
No, she was just using the cloth for the table.
Oh.
For a break.
Is it already behind the line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember, I'm a really bad pool player, and I very rarely know what's going on, so that was probably a noob question. But if I had it, somebody else had the question. So
It just tries to keep the cloth a little newer.
Sure.
Oh, look at that. He tried to cheat right off the bat. Jeanette had to tell him, hey, what are you doing?
Kind of cute as Kodi play with Jean.
I've been shooting with a Molinari.
Molinari, okay.
That's
They picked him up
the
about
sponsors,
2
right, Gene?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He's been with them ever since.
He's bending over that shot for a long time.
Yeah, it looks frozen on our screen.
Yeah.
Well, I hear it. There he goes.
Oh, is it?
Oh, there he goes. Okay.
Just a reminder to the audience, this is kind of a different setup. COVID has kind of forced us to come up with some really kind of ingenious ways to solve some of these problems. And as a production person, these are not ideal like broadcasting circumstances, I guess I would say. So I know it can be a bit tedious at times when it lags and it buffers and things like that. Just know that they're on a home setup on home internet with home equipment, and we're all just doing the best we can with what we've got. So I do appreciate it. I know as a consumer of internet content at a great volume, I understand, but I love you guys. I really do.
Hey, we're going to blame Steve anyway, so whatever.
Why not, right? It's fine.
Yeah, he's the geeky guy. He's supposed to know this stuff.
I know why. Yeah, well, you're not.
Okay,
Job security, I guess.
Exactly. So
Cody's putting together a nice little run here.
yeah, makes a difference.
Don from chat says, I didn't even realize he was frozen. I thought he was just that focused.
Yeah, it was that too. That's what we're going to go with. That was Steve's lie, so we'll let him spin it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just making up chat comments.
Okay, I figured as much. So.
All right, no talking when Cody's down the shot.
That's
here,
sure, because we are low key rooting for Kodi.
Yeah, Steve, come on. Try and keep the angle here to get back down table. Assume that's the 15 ball down by the 8.
Wayne answers my question from before. It says, as a landing strip is what I call the piece of felt as part of the fall off from felting the table. It helps to keep the burn from the contact point of the cue ball to the table felt when breaking. Okay, so like you said, protects it.
Oh, that's some pretty good insight there.
Yeah, I'm learning stuff. I learn stuff every day. I tell you what, you always give me a little, and I know you do this kind-heartedly and fun, but you give me a little guff for always being in the comments. But I tell you what, I learned so much from chat. Chat teaches me all this stuff that I'm afraid to ask Mark Lancaster.
I don't know why. We always had spirited conversations when we go to the U.S. Amateur, because all three of us are at the U.S. Amateur. We have the other league operator from Cape Girardeau, Brad, doing those pandemic matches. Oh, that was a good shot on the 8 ball, except for the 15 that was left. They're ball in hand. So, and Steve and Brad and I have had quite a few conversations sitting there while Steve was taking pictures of people.
Oh, yeah.
Brad's not too bright, but he's a real sweetheart.
Brad is great. I tell you what, as a production person and as someone who's not always in the front line out in league play with the league operators, it's a wonderful time for me. I get so much insight just from listening to the stories of the interactions that you guys have with your players, and so I really value our conversations. Not to get all mushy and stuff, but maybe a little mushy.
Mushy. Mushy.
That's going to make a little bit more work.
Again, this is a friendly match.
Yeah.
Michael Anderson says he collects eagles and appreciates the artwork in the back.
Wow.
Again, this is going to be a combination of 8 ball and 9 ball. They are in the third game of the 8 ball set. It's a race to 11. Mark's smiling. That means he's probably sending me a text message.
No. The league operator Brad Jones just sent me a text message on the comment I made him on the stream. So
okay,
but he's not right now to pick up on it, so it's okay.
A lot of league operators tuning in tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of you. Like I've had about 5 or 6 of them. Pascal Dumont up in Montreal has been messaging me. Also, he's on watching tonight as well. And he's a big U.S. amateur person as well.
Plays every year, buddy.
Yeah, he's played. He qualified and played in Tampa 1 year as well. So
big shout out to him too with all this COVID stuff, and he's really jumped on streaming and doing interviews with people. He's doing everything he can for that community up there, and that's just that's awesome.
He interviewed Florian and did an interview with Ava one night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good dude.
Oh.
So this might be another noob question, but why with that sound? Why does it make that sound? It's different when it hit.
I normally don't have one in my case, but I've got one.
Which sound are you talking about, Steve?
I don't know. It just like I don't know. It sounds like the wood moves more in that hit. Like it's a shallower, like raspier sound than the normal.
I mean, if I remember, she was kind of jacked up a little bit, so she could be hitting down on the ball a little bit different. So it didn't leave Kodi much to shoot at here. So
you can see she's doing some cue maintenance there in the background, though.
Miscue. Well, I guess I should have realized that. So is that what the noise is? It's just not making full contact with the ball there? I guess?
No, it was just different contact on the cue ball.
Sure. They're talking about cues in chat. I actually found me a vintage McDermott from the early 80s the other day at an auction.
How much was it?
$12,000. Kid. It was probably like $12. How much was it?
I was trying not to talk while Kodi was shooting since we are low key rooting for him.
We keep doing that. We gotta stop doing that.
Jason, you're getting ridiculous.
That wasn't even.
I actually put a headset on, so.
It was a D series. It had.
They can't hear us anymore. He said.
That's
so that's
right.
good.
Okay. It was a D series. Like it had a shamrock on it and it had like a heart inlay on it. It was a couple. With the condition it was in, it was a couple $100.
Did it screw together in 4 places or just one?
2, or just one.
Yeah. Okay. Good. If it screws together in 4 places, then you paid $12 was too much.
Oh yeah, no, it was a real cue. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if Jeanette makes this ball here, she's going to be. Too bad she can't hear us, so I could put all kinds of pressure on her.
Tony Lopez says, Coors Light, please. It's man after your own heart there, Bowman.
Yeah.
I think all I got is Bush in the refrigerator here in the basement. So I might have to grab one of those here in a minute.
That's COVID beer, Bush.
COVID beer.
That's what I told you. I just told my wife to get the cheapest beer that she could find.
It's about quantity, not quality at this point.
Yeah, that's got to be. I think the cans cost here inside, right?
No, we're St. Louis guys, man. We drink. Our stadium's called Bush Stadium. We drink Bush beer here. It's not all we drink here, but if I want to consume a lot of something, it's probably going to be something like that. So.
There's a hint, folks.
To be honest, I haven't drank much through this whole thing. I haven't really, maybe like a beer every couple days, but otherwise not so much.
Yeah, I've been trying to cut. What?
That's not what she wanted to do there. Now I know from playing 8-ball mini clip, that shot is hard.
Yeah.
Oh no! I just noticed she had the ball up in the corner there still, though. I
thought she was on the 8.
Go behind the 15. That's why I was saying that.
Yeah.
I guess I kind
of. She can either play rail or she can try and cut it in on the left side and hit the bottom rail and come back down to the 8-ball. So we'll see what she can do here. Rail first, so that's perfect. That's going to make it 3-0.
Wow. Come on, that's perfect. She makes it look so easy.
There we go.
All right, 3-0 lead for the Black Widow. Race to 11.
Come on, Kodi! You gotta believe, brother. All right, I'm gonna mute them while they rack. Guys, Kodi is down 3. We need to do something to even this up. I don't know what we can do.
I'll be sure to see when they get into the 9-ball with less balls if Kodi runs a little bit more because he said he likes 9-ball, 10-ball better anyways.
Yeah. Of course, so does the Black Widow.
Yeah, I'm like, Jeanette's not exactly
That's
a
the problem.
slouch at 9 ball.
She's only one of the greatest female players that ever played a game of 9 ball. So.
And she's playing real smart ball.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat saying that last shot, it was easy.
Say that again?
Someone that last shot where she went rail first for the corner ball and then came back down for the 8. Somebody in chat saying that's easy, and I'm like a 3. That looked like magic to me, man.
Well, the hard part is that coming rail first and getting the right speed back down towards the 8 ball. So that's what she did real well.
All right, let me update this score here. Top score.
Oh, almost went. Yeah.
Dry break.
Yeah, dry break. That's nice for Kodi right there. Got some options. Doesn't have anything tied up, so.
All right, kid, come on now.
Could be a run
Believe in
here.
you.
Yeah.
We mentioned earlier, Kodi's 17 years old, senior in high school. He's a BEF national champion in the under 17 division. He's a runner-up in last year's APA Junior National. So he's, for a young man, he's got some serious accomplishments under his belt. And we talked to him before the match. He said, he's gonna see how far this pool thing can take him. So keep an eye on Kodi in the years to come.
Good shot. Good shot. Get off that 2 ball. There you go.
Lisa Westbury from chat says, right now is a good time to go put food coloring in her shower head.
What?
Okay.
That's probably not the prank you want to do right now.
Yeah. I was going to do that. We have to do the streaming, so I'll do that tomorrow. Jack up a little bit here, so control. Good shot. Good shot. To be able to get this 15 and clear the bottom part of the table.
Now, Gene, are you still in here listening to us?
I am.
Yeah, I was curious. So Kodi, has he done any international competition at all with BEF or anything like that?
Yeah, this past year he qualified for the World Juniors.
Nice.
He went over and played in Greece.
Oh wow! So he played over in Greece. What a cool experience that's got to be at his age.
Yeah, it was. And you really got to see how different the world was too. For instance,
Sure.
the Asian players and the European players. The Asian players were just phenomenal.
Yeah, there was a big contingent of the Asian players there, wasn't there, Gene?
Oh yeah, and then these kids, these 18 and 17-year-old kids. With 805 Fargo scores, they're up there. And it's crazy. It was a lot of good kids out there.
That's
and
cool.
It was a great Greece, Cyprus is where we were.
Okay.
And they really, they made the bar very high for anybody else that runs that tournament over the next few years. I actually think we got them for 2 more years in Cyprus.
Oh, cool.
And they definitely set the standard for what the World Championships supposed to be like for these kids.
Good shot.
Look at Kodi
There you
here.
go. Yeah, he's figured he's had a chance to run this out. Gene, wasn't one of those juniors in Russia a couple years ago too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it's done.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
Kodi the
3-1.
Kid on the board now. Just 2 games behind the Black Widow. I like that. That was a strong comeback after she took a 3-0 lead. He comes right back, no problem. So,
Scratch on the break and leave all the balls open. Good players.
that helps, doesn't it? That helps. Doesn't help a player like me, but it helps a player like Kodi.
Yeah.
I think of all the times I've ever played Jeanette, I think in total I've taken 1 turn at the table. Total. So wave hi to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know. He got a lot of likes and hearts on the Facebook stream when he won that game. So
Okay, so we're gonna see how his break is here.
all right, let's see it, Kodi.
Got a break from the front. Yeah. Yeah, this is the break right here.
So we are halfway through the 8-ball set now. We'll see 8 games of 8-ball before we move to the 9-ball set.
Oh, scratched. Now let's see if Jeanette can turn the tables. You got to share, Steve.
Got what I do?
You're laughing. Unless
Oh,
you're just. No.
Sorry. Yeah, I guess it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Just so
Bill's
at least.
watching us on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
You guys know about the Jumbotron is a 110-inch projector in Bill's basement. That's where we watched every game of the Stanley Cup finals last year. So he's tuning in down there.
When the
Hopefully
Blues
he's
lost.
enjoying it. Oh, you know the Blues didn't lose.
Yeah,
You can make all the jokes you want, buddy.
we have a certain
They
cup
did
in our
lose.
town.
That's right. We may have it for a little longer than we wanted to because
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be able to play the playoffs this year.
That's
Have they
true.
won 2 of them or just one?
Hey, if there's no playoffs this year, it's still their cup. You got to take it from them. So I trust me. I'd much prefer to see them try to defend it than
Right.
just hold on to it. So hopefully
this would-
hockey.
This would have been the year for them to defend because they played pretty strong. So they were playing strong going into this break too.
Yeah, I think there's still a good shot we see like NBA and NHL, probably without fans. But you know they're kind of talking about coming back in like July and basically having them play summer. You know, but it'd be a big deal I think it'd be a big deal for America to be able to get some pro sports back.
Oh yeah.
Even if it means fans can't be there,
Just anything to rally around,
immediately.
you know?
Yeah, we just need something like that. So I think all those sports are going to do what they can.
Well, the PGA Tour is actually starting in June and going to do the first 4 events with no fans, and then they're going to start letting fans in for the events there. They're basically having a week off at the end of August and then going straight back into the new schedule. So
golf's a little bit easier because you've already got a little bit of distance with the players at least, and then it's not like basketball or football or hockey where you got people like literally smack into each other and
Once
sweat.
they get those quick tests, they'll have to test everybody before every game.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know.
So we shall see. We will hope and see. Meanwhile, the Black Widow's trying to get her 4th game in this race to 11.
Couple of comments from chat. Marky Marie says, because of technology, Jeanette Lee is in my fracking house. XOXOXO.
Nice. Good shot, Jeanette.
It's funny. I was talking to somebody earlier today on a stream, and we were talking about how different this whole shutdown might be without the technology that we have today. If this was 20, 25 years ago, I mean, we wouldn't be, you might be able to pick up the phone, but that'd be about it. You might actually have to pay 10 cents a minute to do it if you were to call long distance. So,
well, on top of the fact, would there have been a shutdown the way it's been shut down without the social media?
Yeah, who knows?
I too, you know what I mean? So, what, in 2009, right? There was more with that than there was with this. And we never stopped the economy for that.
It's one of those things.
Social media is good and bad at the same time.
It's one of those things that are just going to be studied for years and years and years after all this ends, you know?
So, real quick, guys, we did get a question from Wayne. He's asking about planning. What's APA planning to do for players who qualified for singles and doubles in Vegas, which was postponed? So, at this point, we're still working on those things. Obviously, our goal is to postpone any, obviously the pool player championships have been postponed. The hope is that we get that played at a later date. So it's not been canceled. It's been postponed. We're currently looking at our other events on the calendar. Obviously, next up is the juniors event in June, which I would say, just based on what we know today, looks iffy, but again, is still on the calendar. We do look ahead to August, and we're having conversations with our hotel partner, the Westgate, about what might be possible if there's any opportunities to push that later in the year. So we'll just have to see what's possible. I mean, you got to make sure you got hotel space, and then you've got obviously the world has to open back up too. So it's really hard to say. But what I can say is we're going to do everything we can not to cancel any of the events and try to get those played, even if it means playing them at a later date. So just kind of know that that's our position at this point. And as soon as we have more details, you'll get them right here on our Facebook page, on our website. You know, we're as anxious as you guys to get some plans in place, but the way this thing is kind of unfolding, it's hard to really plan around all the unknowns, right? There's only so much we can control. There's only so much our hotel partners can control. You know, to some degree, the government's going to really control what happens there. So we're doing our best, and as soon as we know more, we will give it to you. I promise you that.
Yeah, I think in the next 15, 20 days, we're really going to have a lot clearer picture of what's going on. So
yeah,
we're going to know how much the social distancing of opening some of this stuff back up makes a difference. So,
but we are well aware how important. You know, the thing with our events is you have to win something to qualify to be with us in Vegas, right? So we understand how important it is for everybody. You know, to be able to get that experience once you've qualified. So we do everything we can to make sure those events get played. That's our number one goal right now. So we'll just have to see what the rest of the world allows.
And that's a good point, because meaning that we're the only one that everybody has to qualify to get to it. So there's a little bit more on the line.
Christian said, I hope there's a bit of advance warning. My job's a headache for putting in vacation. I get it, buddy. We'll get it out there as soon as we can. But right now, it's very difficult to try to know when anything's going to happen because they're not telling us anything. You know,
Nobody knows.
When this thing dies off or goes down, we'll be allowed to do more things. But you know, a town like Vegas, it's going to take a little while, I believe, just because of how many people they bring in.
Well, what I was looking at the stats, it was like 42 million people a year come into Vegas and international. So that's a little difference there too. So
just be patient and have hope, right? We're going to do everything we can not to cancel any events.
Good job.
So, meanwhile, the Black Widow goes up 4-1.
Right. She pulled a Kodi.
Now, Jason, a couple of people in chat are also asking about like certain specific situations with match counts and so many games in a certain session. We know that's important.
Yeah, so I mean, I get what they're saying because, you know, we were in the middle of spring session, which is the last qualifying session to try to play your way into Vegas. So, again, we'll look at all that as we know what's going to be possible on the calendar. But, you know, we're not blind to that. We certainly understand the significance of that, and we'll try to, you know, make the best with what circumstances we have to deal with. So just try to be patient, try to remain hopeful, and just know we're going to do everything we can to make it as smooth as we can and make sure that we try not to cancel an event if we don't have to. The goal is to get them played, whether it's just later, you know. So hope is a wonderful thing, and I would encourage those of you out there to keep hoping for the best in that regard. Because we're going to do whatever we can, and we're continuing to talk to the hotel as much as we can about future plans. So,
and time is the factor.
Yeah, one of the challenging things is, you know, and our league players know this. You got to go. You've got your division playoffs after the session ends. Then some of you play in like a tri-cup or triannual. You advance to a world qualifier before there's Vegas. So there's a certain amount of events that have to take place before we can even think about who goes to Vegas. And so you have to have some time built in for that. So again, this will all go into kind of our planning process. And I just have a good feeling. I have a good sense that if the world opens back up, we'll be in decent shape to try to get all these events played. And some of them may have to be played. Well, some of them are certainly going to have to be played later just because the Pool Player Championship has already been postponed. That's obviously not going to happen on time. But we're going to try to get them all in if we can.
You shut up.
Meanwhile, the Black Widow's just doing her thing here.
This is not a question that was asked just now, but a question from earlier that I forgot to mention. Due to COVID, is there any thought to a universal dropping of skill level?
Well, if we dropped
who
it universally,
asked that?
I guess it's the same, isn't it?
what would be the point if we dropped it universally? To everybody be lower, right? But I don't see it happening.
Who asked that, Steve?
I
What was his
can't
name?
remember. It's
Somebody's
fine.
skill level
It's
who
been
we
a,
should
it's
check,
been a minute.
apparently.
It was earlier. I meant to say it then, but I forgot.
Just type in "nice try."
Nobody's ever underranked unless they're your opponent, right? Isn't that the way it goes? It's just funny.
It's the same thing in every game. I play a lot of different games, and it's the opponent's lucky if they win, and I'm skilled if I win. That's how it works.
Well, of course.
All my opponents are really lucky when they win. What do you do here, Mark? She looks perplexed.
It's hard to see which balls are which right now. It's a little
Yeah,
bit.
it is a little fuzzy. Yeah,
Yeah, a little fuzzy. So
and bear in mind,
he's obviously
we're
trying to
dealing with
break
this-
out. He's obviously trying to break out. I think it's the 13 maybe in there. Try to break that out because got some balls all along the right-hand side there. They're tied up, so he has a control of this table, being up and also being up 4-1.
Yeah, that's so you guys are getting a fuzzy picture on the other end. On my end, it's crystal clear.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nothing you can really do about it, my man. It's bandwidth.
Mm.
Yeah, sometimes we just leave things to the internet gods and they get to decide.
Oh. Ended up knocking the 5-ball out. Kodi still has a few problems. So we'll see how he handles that.
Oh.
I don't think Jeanette liked that.
No. What gave it away? Tony wants another Coors Light.
I'm with him on that one. I might have to hit the bathroom first, though. I'll be right back, fellas. I'll let you guys navigate for Kodi here, and I'll be back in just a minute.
You leave me alone.
Where are you going?
Mark?
Uh-oh.
He gone.
It's up to Steve and I. We're in big trouble here. So, is this how you'd shoot this ball, Steve? Like this?
Yes. I have no
There we
idea.
go. You always say yes. Okay, well.
Well, no, I can't do that with you because if I just saying yes to you will get me in trouble.
So he's trying to clear out some of these balls at the other end of the table.
I tell you, one thing I have learned from watching these matches is like work one quadrant at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you always work from the 8-ball backwards. That's kind of
Sure.
with 8-ball because the 8-ball is the last ball you're shooting. So
8-ball mini clip has taught me that as well.
yeah.
I will say playing that game is just playing that many racks on that game. It makes you at least think about what the shot is going to do. Like, I think in real life, I'm always concerned about how I'm hitting the ball. Is my form correct or my fundamentals? How's my stroke and all that stuff? But when you're playing the game, you're not. The game takes care of all that.
Yeah, you're just you look at patterns probably a little bit more than you do.
Yeah, like cue ball.
Oh,
control.
here we go. Nice shot, Kodi. There's a nice little defense there. Because he's got the 1 and the 5 tied up down here. There's no use trying to run out until he can take care of that.
Right. And that's the other thing I learned. Sometimes it's better to leave the balls on the table.
Is
Block
that
a
actually
pocket. Don't hit it until you have to.
Yeah, there was a really good pool player in Raleigh that a guy named Robert Ray that told me that one time. He said, if you can't get out, don't try to.
Yeah.
And
It's
John-
a bit. I can't tell you how many times I've lost on the 9 or on the 8. Regardless of what's going on.
Right.
Whereas if I just wouldn't have hit that last ball, I wouldn't have been in the position I was in. But I bought myself
Well,
a
it's
return.
control of the table, right? Jeanette won the first 3 games by controlling the table. So she's going to have to kick at this and hopefully not leave Kodi too much to be able to try and break out that problem down there.
Joe Blow asks, is Cody's Jeanette's son? Not yet. Soon.
Soon to be stepson. Soon to be stepson.
So, and again, I also want to point out while we're on this, this is a COVID, social distancing safe pool match. Kodi is Jeanette's future stepson.
They live in the same house
all
half
live in
the
the same
time.
house.
So yeah. And Kodi has a table at his mother's house too, so you know he's playing all the time. So okay, so Bush Beer is back.
14 games.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Tony talked me into it.
Tony, you're a good man.
I'm with you, Tony. We'll have a cold one together, brother.
Luke Fisher says, and Mark, I know you have because you were league operator for so many years. Ever see a pair of drunk twos go at it?
Unfortunately, more times I would like to say so. And it's usually the last match, too. It's never the first match. So
I have been that drunk too.
Right, that's right. Drunk twos aren't at 7 o'clock at night. They're usually 11:30 at night.
Actually, Mr. Jason here used to be my team captain, and there was a time there where Steve wasn't allowed to drink more than 3 beers until his match came around.
Because he'd be the drunk one.
Well, Steve's pool playing ability significantly decreased after the third beer, despite his pool confidence increasing by the same ratio.
That's an accurate story. There's no falsehoods there.
So between the three of you, Steve, Jason, and Bill, who's the better pool player?
Bill.
Well, Bill doesn't want to. Bill's skill level's higher, but he doesn't want to play me in the playoffs ever. Trust me.
Oh, I've heard many an argument outside my office door about that. I just want the audience.
Actually, we're teammates now, though. So in fact, our team. So just so our viewers know, like they're talking about how they were doing in their spring session. Our office league was in our spring session. My team was in first place, and by a long margin. And now we're just kind of in limbo. So I can feel their pain there.
Yeah. So you should almost be declared the winners, anyways, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So just give us the trophies now.
Right, and then just send you straight to Vegas.
Now we're gonna get that session. We're gonna get the session played out. It might be in July, but we're gonna get it played out.
Yeah.
Let's dance.
Nina Myers says,
Let's
always
dance,
play
she
Steve
says.
first.
Okay.
What was that, Steve?
Nina Myers, who's also one of our league operators and a good friend.
In Florida.
She says, always play Steve first. And I would agree with that. Do always play
That was
Steve.
our strategy. He played first.
Not only do I like to drink, but I have a really short attention span. So.
It's fine, hard to believe, but I'm going to have to believe you on that one.
Tony, good to see you, buddy. It's been a long time. Tony, one of my old league players, and Jeff Co. APA, back when I was a league operator tuning in. So it's good to hear from you, Tony. I hope you're doing well, especially with everything going on right now. It's good to hear a familiar name there. Of course, I had a short tenure as a league operator down there in Jeffco. It was a good experience getting to know the league operations a little bit better. It's a hard gig, though, isn't it, Mark? I mean, you've been there. Being a league operator, a lot of people think, oh, these people just rake in the money and it's so easy. And man, I'll tell you what, I did it for about a year and knew that, holy cow, it's a lot of time. I mean, if you want a 40-hour week job, don't be a league operator.
Yeah.
There's no way.
You got to remember, I did it 16 years, but I had 2 franchises, and they were 12 hours apart for 8 of those 16 years. So
yeah,
it's a constant. It's a 24/7. You're waking up thinking about it and going to bed thinking about it. It's just kind of what the job is. So
yeah, I mean, you never know when calls are going to come in.
Right.
In fact, I've talked to some league operators since the shutdown. And, they all want to get back to work. Don't get me wrong. They want to get back to work soon. But a few of them have been like,
Jeanette.
A few of them that I've talked to have been like, it's also like first time I haven't like worked in 15 years, like for, a matter of a couple of weeks. They do take small breaks here and there, but, so, maybe there's a few little positives with all this. Who knows?
We hope there's a silver lining, right?
Right now, I'm hoping there's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we're starting to see peaks of it, but who knows?
Well, I think what they say the flattening is, it's getting pretty close here, Jeanette. This means it depends on what she does with this ball right here. They say that the curve is flattening. So they're actually talking about Idaho, starting up fairly quickly. So
really.
Yeah, well, they've been in a 14 or 15 day downward turn anyways, and they're
wow.
that phase 1 report today. And you're nice shot. They're also talking about, some of these states, there, hardly any cases. I'm in North Carolina, and Raleigh, North Carolina's only had about 5,000 cases, and
which sounds like a lot, but due to population density, is
I mean, there's 2 million
think
people
about it per
in my
capita.
area. So yeah, so and they keep comparing the flu to COVID and stuff like that, and the big
I think
vaccine. You know what I mean?
I've thought a lot about this. I think the issue, like in the beginning of all this, with the whole flattening the curve thing, I don't think it was because this virus was necessarily so much more deadlier than anything else. I think it was just a combination of that and its amount of how contagious it is, and then overwhelming the healthcare industry, which is what would have caused the death. Not necessarily like the people who get sick, who get help, get better. It's making sure that help was available. I think was the issue. Because that's what you saw in Italy.
Yeah, the interesting part for me is the science behind it, because now a lot of the scientists, Gord Fessenden, our league operator up in Guelph, up in Canada, actually did a Facebook Live talking about the details of it, which I was reading. And a lot of them are talking about, that we have to take into account that we're doing a lot of testing, but we're testing a lot of people who have symptoms who are sick. There's a lot of people who aren't getting tested because of the fact that they aren't sick or they don't need to get tested.
Sure.
So you're changing those numbers a lot, and they're saying a certain percentage of people have already had it and actually have gone through it. There's a certain percentage of people that are immune to it. So as science goes deeper and deeper, we're starting to understand a lot more of what it really means.
Yeah.
So I've had Jones, league operator out of Cape Girardeau, and him and I have talked a lot about it. Going to the side pocket there. She wanted to draw it back just a little bit more, but it's nothing she can handle. This will make it 17-1. Oh, no. 5-1, right? 5-1?
Yeah, it'll be 5-1.
Yeah.
I think my buddy Luke Riches from over in the UK, used to be with Matchroom Sports, one of the original guys in the Moscone Cup, is tuning in. If that's Luke, if that's you, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you, at least online. Hope you're doing well over there. It's always good to see people around the globe that are dealing with different things.
I think that's what I do, because I go back to 2 views, so you guys know I have the table and then I have us, right? I think I'm going to wave to let you guys know that I've switched back to our faces. That'll be my physical cue for you, because they can see us now.
Oh, good. So they haven't seen me drinking my Busch beer.
Well, do you want to take it? They can still see us right now.
I'm sure they don't need to see us. I'm just fine. Just fine. So Jeanette's up, what, 5-1 now, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
We got 2 more games of 8-ball, and then they'll move to the 9-ball set. So the Black Widow just cruising along. If you thought she was going to be held back by some physical limitations, you were wrong. She's just cruising here. See if Kodi can turn things around.
Yeah, the break's going to make a difference here. Yeah, her break's getting a little bit stronger there. Made a couple of balls on the break.
So you get one of each there?
Tough up, yeah. It looked like one of each. I couldn't.
Can hear Jeanette talking about the work she's been putting in on her break, at least before she had her health issues. Kind of interesting.
I'm getting out of breath. Okay.
Well, I think she was talking about breaking side more so than breaking from the front, which when she started the match. So I think that's what she was working on.
I know when we talked to her last week on Billiards Tonight that she was talking about how her pool game had really gotten so much better since she had the implant in her back, and so how excited she was, because her goal is very much to get back to being one of the top players in the world. I mean, it's not just like playing regularly. It's like she wants to continue to be
compete
at the very top, and she knows, to do that physically, she's got to get well, and so that's a constant battle for her. So, but I admire the fact that she's still pushing, and Still has that competitive drive.
But I don't think they lose it.
Still over
Smiley
1,000.
face cluster there.
Yeah, yeah.
Still over 1,000 viewers.
That's part of the problem with the side break is it creates a few more clusters and breaking from the top. Because Kodi was actually, and Jeanette actually from the top when she that one game, and that's when Kodi ran out. Then Kodi broke from the front, and then Jeanette ran out. So nothing's really touching, but she's got to really be a little bit touchier on this table.
Mark, you got a pool table at home?
No.
No table for you?
No.
So when was the last time you played?
Oh, well, right before the shutdown. So there's quite a few large pool rooms in the Raleigh area. So I'm always, sold my league and started working in the national office. I still go out and play pool, and I've got a couple of friends, Johnny Norris and Harry Norris, that we go out and play a lot of pool. We were on the same Masters teams together.
Well, I was going to ask, do you still play Masters then?
Yeah, I played Masters the whole time. So Masters was a format I really enjoyed. So
nice.
So much so that I actually had we actually had a junior Masters league in Raleigh for a long time where 6 and under players wanted to play the format because they liked the combination of the 8-ball, 9-ball. So
you still got a lot of. Don't you have pretty much all like 9-foot tables down in Raleigh?
It's all 9-foot tables in Raleigh.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. I think Raleigh is the only area in the country that plays only on 9-foot tables. I'm pretty sure because Charlotte's got some 7-foot play. Danielle Reshot up in Hickory has got 7 and 9-foot play. Because Randy Knipe's got his place up in Hickory, but that's a 9-foot place. Greensboro with Jason Misty Dussel, they've got 7 and 9-foot play. They actually have more 9-foot play. Funny thing was in Raleigh. There's a place called Brass Tap in Raleigh that has some 7-foot tables, but 9-foot tables. People walk in and they would put all their cases and their jackets on the 7-foot tables and play on the 9-foot tables. You Memphis, Tennessee, and the franchise they own there, everybody would put their cues and their cases and their jackets on the 9-foot tables and play on the 7-foot tables.
Interesting.
It was kind of a reverse. So
yeah,
High Pockets being the big location in Memphis, and they've got a combination of both, but league play was hard for us to get league play on the 9-foot tables. It was kind of an odd, thing. Kind of a bit of a pickle.
Steve, how come you're making the picture so blurry, bro?
Yeah, come on, Steve.
It's because I have a personal vendetta against every human being who's trying to enjoy themselves. I am a complete and total sociopath.
We told you that it was going to be your fault. So.
It always is. I'm used to it. I just want to.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't mind answering the question. That's fine. It's just. What happens in streaming is a lot of people, you see it has 1,100 viewers, but that number is concurrent. So there's a lot of people that leave the chat and then come in the chat, and so you end up answering a lot of the same questions.
Sure.
So I know that, you know that. Hopefully the chat can now see that, because I know a lot of people have been here since the beginning and they're starting to see the same things come up. So it's normal.
Right.
It's the nature of long live streams. I'm
getting a lot of comments from through messaging with league operators. So there's a lot of league operators watching these matches. We've got Ken Stapp, who says he'll challenge anybody because he's really, really good. Ken's out of Nashville, Tennessee. So
I didn't catch who said it, but somebody said if you drink water, the blurriness doesn't bother you so much. I mean, I can't condone that, obviously, from a liability standpoint, but.
Well, I mean, depends how many beers Jason has, too, doesn't it? So.
I'm on my first.
Right.
I did have one earlier. I did have one earlier on a birthday stream that I was on with somebody. So
I just wonder why you're using a 256-ounce cup, Jason.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
I saw that big thing.
That was my soda, my first soda in like months.
Luke Fisher says if the video is blurry, oh my gosh, can we do that? We should probably talk to Paul before we start a chat drinking game.
Yeah.
Let's not do
probably a
that.
good
Forget I
idea,
said
so.
anything. We do not condone any such behavior.
Yeah, and I'd lose.
What's the old saying? Ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
Yeah, I
right?
don't know if that works.
I don't know why anybody would ever come up with something like that. I've never
That
heard
sounds
that
like a
before.
lawyer's like marketing to get more work.
Hey, that's how marketing guys think. Trust me.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
how we have to think
I would
sometimes.
never tell league operators that. That was my mantra. Big
That's a,
trouble afterwards.
that's a big word for you, mantra. I'm impressed.
Oh yeah, I thank
I
you.
didn't know you had that kind of vocabulary in you.
Yeah, Florian just sent it to me. So
Oh,
no, just kidding.
Charles says, "Good to know it's the video that's fuzzy. I thought I was just really buzzed."
well, it might be a little
He
bit of
might be
both.
still, yeah,
We're not
both.
sure how blurry it is for you, Charles.
Don't count
It could be
yourself
both.
out, buddy.
We were actually kind of thinking the same about Gene. So he says it's clear, but we don't know how buzzed he is.
Lisa Westbury says,
Oh, overcut it, trying to get on that 14.
she says, there's no liability when they're at home and we're not serving them. I'll still probably wait for Paul.
So Cody's got a bunch of balls he needs to clear off the table.
Come on, kid Kodi. Let's get it done.
Yeah,
I believe.
he better too.
You're harsh, bro. You're so harsh.
I'm not drunk. Slow down. Slow down. That kind of limits the options right here.
Can you guys give a shout out? Do you want to give this shout out, Jay? Do you see that?
Who's the shout out for?
I'm gonna Jennifer Rule. Man, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Big shout out to you, Jen. I'll just say
Good
big shout out
shot.
to Jennifer.
Yeah.
What do we shout now? Why did you have to run that by me?
Well, because honestly, I wanted to pass the buck in pronouncing the last name to you.
I don't see that
Because I
often.
know how much you love it. For the audience, Jason does a lot of the announcing in the finals room in the name, and this comes from a good place. He is very, very desperate to pronounce your name correctly because he knows it's a big moment for you. He wants to add to that moment, not take away, and he like visibly stresses out over pronunciation of last
Oh, you
names.
just seen some of the names that people have. I'm like, wow. I mean, just wow.
And he
But we
wants
try
to do
to-
it right.
But my favorite one of all time that Jason does is when he does Ernesto Bayawa's name.
Bayawa.
Yeah, he loves the pronunciation of that one.
I
And
like to
luckily,
remember.
yeah, and Ernesto's a really good player out of Houston, so he gets a lot of announcements. So Ayawa. And Ernesto is actually won the U.S. Amateur.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, and his girlfriend Teresa is
yeah, she's a good
the
player.
Tampa. Yeah, 2 or 3 times. He had a good year this year too. So, hey Teresa, hey Ernesto. I don't know if they're-
Didn't Ernesto's Masters team win an event too?
yeah, I think they've won a couple of times. So
Maybe we should reach out to Ernesto. I wonder if they got a table at home. That would be a nice little match. Ernesto,
no, I don't think they do.
I wouldn't mind
But they
watching
could.
them play.
But you could easily set up a stream.
Ruth asked us to not talk so much.
Oh, we're gonna talk more now.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm turning it up.
Ruth.
We're turning it up to 12 now.
Yeah, that's right.
We just get excited.
yeah,
We haven't had people around us, Ruth,
I
in like a
know.
month.
yeah.
We've had.
This is okay.
So, a gentleman from chat
Cody's
says,
got it here to make it 5-2. There's a nice little run out right there. Go ahead, Steve.
well, I'm waiting till the shoots. Okay. So, a gentleman from chat says, how would you pronounce my name? But he's Hispanic and I'm Hispanic, so I don't know if I should do it. Somebody
Go
else
ahead,
want to give it a
Jason.
shot?
Ramiro Pena Jr.
That sounds pretty right to me.
Is that right, Ramiro?
Yeah, you got the junior part right.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll mute them while they're racking just so we don't have to hear the balls clanging.
All right. the second game there. He trails by 3 now.
Yep.
This will be the final game of the 8-ball set. Again, this was 8 games at 8-ball, and then we'll see up to 13 games at 9-ball, depending on the score. Race to 11, which is our U.S. Amateur Championship rules. Ramiro said close enough. No, but that's all right. Trust you guys, butchered names far worse than that. I'm ballparking that one, I'm sure.
We've been corrected many times on stream, so it's all good. We'll get there together.
Funny thing is when they have a name that's like really hard to pronounce, and you know that like people have probably butchered their name throughout their entire life, but they figure like, you know, because I heard their name once 12 seconds before I had to say it, that I should have it down perfectly. And sometimes it just comes out butchered as could be, and I feel
scratching the corner off that ball.
great. Kodi the kid.
Sorry, buddy. I felt that dang in my soul right there. He's crushed.
I don't think Jeanette did.
Hey, Mark, just wants to keep the chatter down. So quit talking about the Nashville Predators and how they are moving out of town soon because they can't get support.
Yeah, Ken's talking. Is that what he's talking about?
No, that's what. Well, I was making a joke, and apparently it did not.
Say it again. I didn't hear it all. Say it again. I didn't hear it all.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I said he wants us not to talk about so much about the Nashville Predators now they're getting ready to move out of town because they can't get the fan support.
Exactly. The Predators stink. Ken Stapp's favorite team. He's a big PK Subban fan.
Didn't he get traded last year?
Yeah. I think he's with New Jersey now. So, but Ken's not that smart. So it took him about 3 months before he realized the guy got traded.
We should make sure we mention to folks that you and Ken are very close friends. That's why you are insulting him the way you are. Normally, you would not just insult somebody.
No, I would only do one insult and then move on to the next person. So this way, I'm just sort of rapidly doing it. Same thing with Brad Jones, is a real good friend. Pascal, Florian, you know. I spend Ava lives down in Myrtle Beach. I have places down in Myrtle Beach, so I see her a lot when I go down there. So, and if you spend time with Ava, it'll be pretty brutal too. So she gets as good as she gets.
I talked to Ava a little bit last week. She looked like she was doing good down there in South Carolina. They got a really nice place. She was sending me some pictures. Because I said, how is it where you are? And I was like, wow, she lives on this like almost like a little ranch, I guess, or farm, I guess you might call it, but it's more for horses, not like cattle or anything like that. So beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice place, and she lives in Conway, so it's a little bit outskirts. It's not near the strip and stuff like that, so it's a very nice place.
I told her, I said, we'll have to get her on the Billiards Tonight show here in the next few weeks. Maybe we'll do kind of a at-home version where she can kind of show us how she's been waiting out the pandemic because she's been in a nicer place than most of us.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Where'd you get that idea from?
I don't know. These ideas just come to me.
Exactly. That's funny.
The best ideas are always stolen, brother. You know that.
Well, of course. That's fine.
Stolen.
I mean, that's how Ken Stapp gets anything done. He steals.
Steve, you still with us there?
Yeah. Sorry.
What are we missing on the internet?
Well, actually, I just Gene, who's obviously there in the match. We're gonna take a small break in between this rack because this is the end of the 8-ball rack, and he's gonna try to address. He's gonna try to switch the internet and try to get us a clearer picture.
Okay.
Cool. Way to go, Gene.
So, and Gene, if you're also listening, if you have a bunch of people in your house that are on devices, might be a good idea to maybe limit that use. That will free up.
Yeah.
He's
If all
talking
the
about the kids
right now, that could be part of the issue.
So there's 3 kids in 3 different rooms streaming Netflix.
We got 4 kids and a nanny.
There you go, exactly.
Well, Cody's probably live streaming this to his buddies right now.
exactly right.
It's
Yeah. Well, he probably started in the beginning. He might not be doing so much right now.
He's like, if you don't want to listen to these old guys and you just want to watch it on my stream. He's like,
14 TVs, 6 computers.
I get it. Same thing in my house.
As Jason said, once we went through this pandemic in an era that wasn't social media or didn't have TVs or didn't have phones or, I mean, Netflix must be just going berserk right now, or Hulu, having all these,
Oh yeah.
it's watching everything. By the time we get out of this thing.
About all these chat platforms like Whereby and Zoom. I mean, how many people learned what Zoom was in the last 4
Right.
weeks?
Yeah.
Every parent on the planet.
Yeah. Everybody going to school now through that. I mean, and I don't even know how. I mean, I know Whereby you actually have to pay for if you go above like a certain amount of people.
I think it's 4.
Zoom, I don't know how they monetize Zoom, but certainly their value has to have skyrocketed since this thing.
Yeah.
They actually are kind of in some struggles. Apparently, there's some privacy issues with that platform that are coming to light.
Giving Kodi and up a little bit here for Kodi.
Congratulations to Andrew Sims. He says his pool table arrives on May 1st.
Solid. What kind of table did you get? I actually saw a review. So, like, they sell those really cheap, like, tables that, you can buy them. They're like one piece and they're like plate.
At Walmart?
Yeah. I mean, you've seen them. Like, I don't know where they sell them. But some people that are on on our Facebook group are like, hey, how do these play? Because I just got to have something, and something's better than nothing. And actually, this guy I saw last week did a really nice little review on the one he bought. We'll have to share that on our Facebook page because I was like,
that's a good idea.
It's not the best thing, but he's like, for right now, when I don't have a table, I'll take it. So
Something's better than nothing.
Yeah, we'll have to put that out on our Facebook page. I don't know why we haven't yet, but we'll put that out there so people can kind of hear him give his opinion on it. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, stolen idea.
I tell you what, that's one thing this COVID stuff has really made apparent to me is things we take for granted. We go, best equipment. Well, now I'll take what I can get. You know what I'm saying? Just some things just aren't quite as important as they were maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna love going back to a restaurant.
Oh my God. Full transparency, I had to run an errand and I stopped by McDonald's. It was the best 30 minutes of my life.
Good shot, Kodi. Good combo there.
What? Was the best 30 minutes of your life?
Yeah, just eating a crispy McChicken sandwich. It's amazing.
Is that the first time you've been to McDonald's since all this?
Yeah, it's the first time we've barely I think we've ordered pizza maybe once.
Oh, not us.
You guys got to I have for those of you who don't
yeah.
I have a high risk wife. My wife is ill, so I have to be maybe a little bit more careful than the average person. And so we've been on shutdown pretty tight. No food, no even shipments we sanitize before bringing it in the house and stuff. So.
All right, so if you're just tuning in, Kodi the Kid Allen here at the table, 17 years old.
Good shot.
Kodi's a skill level 9 in APA. He's a BEF national champion in the under 17 division. He was the APA junior national runner-up last year in the black tier, which is the highest skill level tier that we run. So a very accomplished young man, taking on the one and only Black Widow, Jeanette Lee. This is the final game of the 8-ball set. Played 8 games of 8-ball. We'll switch to the 9-ball set here after this. And Steve, you said we're going to take a quick break in between.
Good stroke there by Kodi.
Yes,
good stroke.
So we won't stop streaming. They're the match. They're going to take down the internet and just switch it off real quick. So we'll lose their feed briefly.
Okay.
Of course, this assumes nothing goes wrong.
Questions and stuff during that time. If people have questions for, what's going on with APA. I'm sure there's questions like that out there.
Ramiro asks, how is his APA rank? They let 17-year-olds on bars in Tampa? ? So
yeah, well, he plays in junior.
Yeah, we have a real good juniors program here,
Yeah.
and we do have quite a few pool halls in the area that do allow the younger kids to play on the teams.
Yeah, if you're now, not every APA has juniors, but if you've got juniors, juniors can be as young as 7, I believe. At least at our nationals, I think it's 7.
Yeah, I think it's 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Tampa Tampa brought a Gene. What was the contingent of Tampa players last year, juniors? How many players did you bring?
14. We
14.
15.
Oh wow.
We had 16, one couldn't make it last time.
Yeah.
And we
And
ended up-
they all had the same shirts on.
yeah. One of our we ended up getting UTG sponsored our kids. And we had some really nice shirts.
And they were kind of a little bit close to the Moscone Cup kind of style shirt, right?
Yeah, they went with the black USA color, black and
Right.
USA colors. And
Yeah, they looked good last year, that's for sure.
oh, thank you. We appreciate it.
They did look good. You got a good group of kids, man. They were fun.
Oh, we do. We got some great kids down here.
I remember when we were setting up, we actually set up the some minis for the juniors at the the Nationals there in St. Louis, and we had kids an hour and a half in line waiting for the opening of the sign up just for the minis. We probably had 200 kids in line. By the time we opened up the window for the minis, we couldn't get them through fast enough. We wanted to play more pool.
Yeah, they'll stay there all night to play.
Yeah, oh yeah, and we had. I think this was our largest year. I think we had like 504 kids in that event this year or something. It was our highest number. So Jeanette should finish this off right here. Yep, come off the rail, play it inside, and that's it for the 8-ball set right there. Good out by Jeanette. Looks like she's missing a step here.
The Black Widow lead. That'll conclude the 8-ball set. Again, Jeanette takes 6 of 8 games, and she will have the break as they move to the 9-ball set. Jean's going to take a minute just to bring the heat down in Jeanette's house. We'll put that picture any better for you guys. So,
Are they taking the break now?
I think that's the plan. I'm gonna text them.
Okay.
Switch.
yeah, it looks like it just went down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So while we have a minute, again, they're gonna prepare the 9-ball set. They're gonna see if they can't reset that camera and get it focused a little bit better for our viewers. But in the meantime, if anybody out there has any questions they'd like to ask related to APA, if they got questions they want us to try to relay to the players as they're playing, we can try to feed those to Gene when he comes back. But in the meantime, we're just kind of chilling out here. Again, kind of a unique opportunity for us in that I don't think if the whole COVID-19 thing wasn't going on, we probably wouldn't be here. But because we personally, the 3 of us, are starved for live pool content, and we know you guys are starved for live pool content, we called Jeanette. We said, hey, what would you think about playing a live stream match? And she said, I got the perfect match. I got my stepson Kodi can do it, and so here we are watching them play again. This race to 11 U.S. Amateur Championship rules, which is a combination of 8-ball and 9-ball. Looks like we lose Gene momentarily there, Steve?
No, we are still up, but because Gene left the room, he messed up all my screen layouts. That's all right though. We're gonna fix this real fast and in a hurry.
Got confidence in.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, no, we got 2 Steves.
Right there.
Hey, problem solved. We got 2 Steves.
Yeah. And he's
Oh,
no, he came back.
Now we're going to have 3 of them. Oh, there's the pool table. Okay, that's a lot better screen.
Steve's so good at running those controls.
Yeah.
Oh, I see yours.
Yeah, that's a little bit more clear.
A lot of this has been all new to us too. This some of the situations we have with trying to live stream through these chat rooms is kind of an interesting scenario.
Yeah. And I like how
looks much
Steve
better.
took credit for Gene's work. That was nice
I
too.
did not even get out of here.
You did, yeah. Steve went, look. See,
Well,
I
no,
told
he
you, I
came
did
back,
it,
and then I
magic.
had to get rid of the other thing with the thing, and it worked.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
good. It's live.
I know. It's all you.
It's
So
not though.
They're moving into the 9-ball set. Jeanette up 6-2. She will have the break, and they'll play up to 13 games in 9-ball. But again, it's a race to 11, so Jeanette gets 5 more games, and this thing's over. So, but we'll see. Both Kodi and Jeanette are probably more proficient in the 9-ball, so we'll see if that makes any difference as they transition here.
Well, he's going to be more spaced, right?
Who makes the least amount of mistakes?
For sure. Stacy Elliott asked me what kind of headset am I using. I don't remember. I do. It's a Bluetooth headset. I'm not gonna. I'm
The
wireless.
black one.
I know I bought it at Walmart, and I know it cost about $80. And it's the best headset I've ever had. It's super comfy. Hopefully the audio quality sounds pretty good. And the fact that I can walk around and I'm not attached to anything is super nice. So.
And let's give Stacy a shout out because he's a league operator down in Florida as well.
Hey, Steve, somebody wants to know why we don't have the small hand guy from the Tuesday night crew on here.
Where's uh-oh.
Jake?
Yeah. Where's Jakey?
Oh, man, that was hilarious, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh my gosh.
And actually,
if you never watched our Tuesday with Teammates, that's a segment we do on Tuesday nights, 6 o'clock here on the Facebook page, and that's kind of – Jake is one of our teammates on there, and he's a fun guy to hang out with. So,
and little known fact, those were his real hands.
Absolutely. Jake is I'll tell a little story about Jake while we're waiting for them to come back to the table. When I first met Jake, when Jake first started for the company, it was right when we were doing the Home by 11 campaign. The company tasked the marketing team to figure out a way to communicate and educate people on how to get home before 11 to combat late nights, right? Hi, Gene.
Hey, Gene.
I think
Now-
you're muted,
now we're
you're
gonna
muted,
watch
brother.
Gene.
Oh, wait, did I mute you? I may have muted you. Nope, you're muted yourself, brother. There you go.
Yeah, yes, I did. Take the mic button.
So we got there was a question about the scoring app. So the new APA scoring app is actually out in terms of a demo mode. Right now, you can go to your app store and download it. It's APA Scorekeeper. We're actually that's another thing that was only made possible by this shutdown. If leagues were going on, we were actively testing the scoring, the mobile scoring. So, but once the leagues all went down, we said, you know what? Let's let people play with this thing. So if you haven't yet, you can go to your mobile app. You can search APA Scorekeeper. You can download it. You got to have a member services account, which you can sign up for through our website. If you don't, that's where you follow your stats and your standings. So most players already have that. But you can get in and actually play with the app and start, scoring matches. Actually, one of the things Steve did early on in this, he went and watched a match from one of our old championships and scored a demo, with the same skill level of players. So it was kind of cool. That's actually on somewhere here on our Facebook page. Go back and check that out if you want to watch it. But I would encourage y'all to check it out now because once leagues get back up and running, we will have to take the demo mode back. And then I would imagine later this year, you'll see that start to roll out in your league areas. It won't roll out all at once. It'll roll out slowly within league areas as they kind of get used to it, and we'll expand from there. So that's the plan with the mobile scoring app. There was also a question about the pool player championships. Again, at this point, we don't know. Obviously, it's not going to take place as scheduled in about 10 days. Our goal is to have that event, though, and not have to cancel it. Our goal is to postpone it and have it as soon as we can. But obviously right now, there's just no telling when you might be able to reschedule anything at this point because you just don't know when things are going to open up. But what I can tell you is our goal is to make sure we have that event. It'll just mean having it later than originally planned, obviously. So stay hopeful in that regard.
So Terry Urban asked a question. Scorekeeping demo for 9-ball. Why isn't there a running dead ball count while you're keeping score? I actually know the answer to this one, shockingly enough. It actually is in there. You have to dig a little bit to get to it. I wish I had it in front of me. I could show you. But also, and I'm only speaking for myself, generally the only reason I need to see the dead balls is to make sure that my rack count is adding up. Everything's adding up properly. With the app, you won't need to do that because it's going to keep track of everything for you. But if you do need to see the dead balls for whatever reason, it is in there. So they might move it to a more user-friendly place at some point, but it is in there.
Again, if you're just tuning in, the players are in between the formats, so they took a quick break. Hopefully they'll be back here any moment.
Give us a status update, Gene.
Yeah, Gene, give us an update. Thanks so far, the way Jeanette's played.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
That's his update. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, okay. Well, give me 1 sec.
And now, Gene, we still can see your face. We're not looking at the table.
There you go.
Okay, I figured that might be the case.
Table. Well, that was Gene's update, right?
And again, I'm going to give a huge shout out to Gene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're pulling this off. Like they don't have like a me in their house that's doing this. You know.
Yeah, Gene is not a professional broadcaster, so he.
Yeah.
So there's Gene again.
Hi, Gene.
Just to help
Look
you
how
guys.
still he's staying. He's not moving an inch. Look at him.
He's stoic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
stoic.
learned everything I know from Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which ain't much. I'm sorry about that.
Nah, everybody compliments me on my legs all hard.
That's easy for you to say.
We've made it a job now at tri-clubs and cities where they're commentating and scoring the matches. So pretty cool.
Cool. I'll agree.
I got a little one behind me here.
Yeah, isn't it funny how the little ones like to sneak in there and just kind of,
Yeah. Photobomb.
Did your guys freeze up?
Yeah.
Gotta look like
I see the screens keep.
Yeah.
It says
We're seeing you again,
to the
Gene.
right.
Yeah.
You see me again?
Yeah, we're seeing you again.
Question from the chat. Rob Hurley asked, "What program are you guys
I
using
like that.
to show score for the game?" I'm using a program called OBS. If streaming is something that you guys want to learn how to do, obsproject.com is a good place to start, and then I would just search YouTube for tutorials and stuff on how to use OBS, and that's how we're displaying the score. It lets you do graphics and all sorts of fun stuff. So,
Steve, isn't that what Pascal used?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what Pascal used in Montreal? Because he was actually scoring the match with the app which was the previous match, right? Is that right?
yes, and there's ways to do that. Like the cool thing
Yeah.
about OBS is it allows you to bring in different scenes and sources, and there's ways to bring in your phone. That way you can show the phone in a screen. You can add other graphics, and it's like Photoshop for streaming, kind of. So.
we had a question about the U.S. Amateur Championship, the preliminary rounds in September. Still too early to know. We haven't changed anything as far as that goes. Obviously, again, we want to try to get all of our events in if we can, but until we have some kind of clear signs from the government, from the world, on what's going on with this pandemic, it's really hard to plan anything. But again, going to do our best to have all of our events, even if it means having them later than they were originally planned. So we do not want to cancel anything if we don't have to. APA has been around 40 years, and I don't believe in those 40 years that we've ever had to cancel any national or international event. So we'd like to be able to get through this year and saying the same thing. So we shall see. But they posted to our Facebook page, and as things come about, we will certainly let you guys know as soon as possible.
Well, and the key phrase of what you said, Jason, before was that we're not looking to cancel, we're just looking to postpone.
Yeah.
And that's important that people understand that. So, and especially when it comes to qualified players and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the only event that's been postponed to date is the Pool Player Championships, which started, late April. So
Actually would have started we would have had our convention starting tomorrow, right?
I think it would have been next week.
Or
Sometime
next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I was slated to go out there the 23rd or somewhere around there. So Is that Savannah or Chloe?
That's Savannah.
Savannah.
That was Savannah. That was Jeanette just yelling.
I'm
All right.
here.
Looks like we got
Jeez,
Jeanette back.
please.
7 people that she's getting ready to break.
Go,
All right.
18.
Okay, so we're going back to the action here.
All right.
Oh,
The Black
okay.
Widow has returned to the
It'll
table.
build back.
6-2. Yes, we know you're coming back.
Break
We'll be
kind of
back in
race there
3
from
minutes.
1,800 people to 7.
Gene, we gotta have one of those banners. Gene, we gotta have one of those banners that say, we'll be back in 3 minutes, so they know to come back.
They're all back. Go ahead and break.
They are now in the 9-ball set.
Savannah,
Up to 13.
can you give me my headset gel? What?
This should speed up
Headset
play a
gel,
little bit.
that
So.
gel that I put on my neck and like that.
Oh, yeah.
This is a lot of pull for me right now.
That's a good point. It's a lot of pool for me right now. So it'll be interesting to see how she holds up because they've been playing for 2 hours now.
Yeah,
Relatively long break, so.
That's a good break right there. But Jeanette's got a shot on the 1 ball. They got the magic. They're actually using the magic rack for the 9 ball. You can see she's gonna throw it off right now. There you go. She's got a shot on the 1 ball. A little bit of work getting on the 2. Nothing's touching, so she's got an opportunity here. She gets on this 2 ball to get out. That's what Steve was telling me in my ear. So.
Steve, what are you eating there? Popcorn? What's up?
I was muted so no one can hear me, but yeah, I'm eating popcorn. My wife was gracious enough to hook me up.
You're not going to bring enough for the rest of us, man.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve. So.
You know what? I'll mail it to you. It'll be there in a couple days.
Is Steve wearing pajama bottoms?
I'm wearing pajama bottoms. They can't see it right now.
Hey, bro, look, I got them too, buddy. Look at
that.
I guess I'm
should we show the chat our pajama bottoms? All right, let me switch screens.
I like the slippers he had on the other.
All right, yeah, pajama bottoms. Yeah. Here's my Marvel pajama bottoms. Are you not going to show yours now that I showed the chat mine? Okay, whatever.
She's just
there. You go.
Working on running this rack out.
Yeah. This is going to be a key shot right here.
I don't know about you, Mark. For a lady that hasn't played in quite a while and just has serious health things going on, she's playing pretty damn good.
She's playing very solid. Yeah, very consistent too. So she did a really good job in the 8 ball set in the beginning of that, controlling the table, making sure she didn't play. Steve's in trouble. Whoa, Steve, calm down. Okay. Yeah. We thought it was bad with the Bush beer, but come on. Look at you're getting, what is that, a canteen?
Canteen.
Wow. He's going to strap it onto his side.
Whoa.
There we go. That was a little bit weak. That was Jason's fault there. As soon as he was complimenting her, she ends up. Okay, so she can maybe play that 9 ball. She's going to have to think. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
we were glad you're muted.
I did. I was talking that whole time.
Yeah. That's probably good for the folks out there.
So Kip is asking about working on setting up a billiard room. He wants a professional opinion on 3-piece slate or 1-piece slate.
Well, so maybe the diamond.
Well, no, he wants it from Jeanette, Mark. He wants it.
Ouch! Well, maybe she could finish running out. She's going to say the 1-piece slate because that's what she's playing on.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have Gene ask her in between racks.
Yeah, I think Gene put on his headset. They can't hear us, but Gene can.
Yeah, he can ask her in between racks if she prefers 3-piece or 1-piece. But like you said, she's playing on a diamond, which is a 1-piece slate, right, Mark?
Exactly. Which is easier to transport as well, because you were talking about moving tables. You take the legs off, move the table. Whereas you get a Brunswick table, you've got to take it apart. It's 3-piece slate, so a little more work. So you can make that 9 ball or not. You have to thin it pretty. Ooh, okay. Now we'll see.
Oof.
Yeah, she hit it so hard she blurred up the screen again. Wow, that is power.
Why isn't there Chuck? You know how there's Chuck Norris memes? How come there's not Jeanette Lee Chuck Norris memes? Can we make that a thing right now? Like she hit that ball so hard that reality broke.
This could be 7-2 right now. Let's see. Bang! There we go. Good shot, Jeanette.
Great shot.
Yeah.
Black Widow turning it on. If you thought she was going to give the kid a break, man.
Right.
She's laying it on thick, folks.
Right. Kodi might have to go
for not taking out the trash last week.
Yeah, Kodi might have to go to Walgreens and get some salve.
Salve. Listen to this guy.
For those welts on the bottom.
All right, so let's see. Hey, Gene, ask Jeanette, 3-piece slate or 1-piece slate? If anybody's listening.
We're listening. Well, Steve won't be soon with that big carafe of.
Hey, man. Got to keep smiling.
Now he's asking gold crown or diamond. Well, she's playing on a diamond.
She's playing on a diamond. Diamonds are more expensive than the gold crowns, but
Are they?
yep.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can. This is a fairly nice table. She said this is an older table, but this is a nice table she's got. So
Another question about carbon fiber shafts. I heard a couple of pros lately. I know Jeremy mentioned carbon fiber shafts yesterday. Florian mentioned carbon fiber shafts earlier today.
Yeah.
Is that the cool new thing or what?
If everybody's doing it, everybody must be doing it.
what we should do is we should get Pascal from Montreal to comment on that on the chat, because he actually bought a carbon fiber shaft, and I don't think he's playing with it anymore. I think he went
really?
regular shaft. Yeah. So Pascal, if you're out there, comment. Give us your opinion. Try and do it in English so people can understand.
The one piece.
One piece is what she said, huh?
Yeah. You know she's gonna be partial to that. That's what she plays on.
I only heard a little
Jeanette, I just talking to her. This table here is actually where Diamond was making 3-piece slates, 3 inches.
One of the originals, yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
One of the originals. Wow, way back
Yeah,
then.
they don't make them 3 inches thick. They're all 1 inch thick.
I don't think anyone does. Any pool table manufacturer does. They can't compete with the price.
Yeah, there's probably a fairly large expense with a 3-inch slate.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's hard.
So then, what kind of food we got, Vern? I think we've got a few things, plus we got pizza rolls. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they've got pizza rolls. All
Pizza
right.
roll.
Gene, that
Yeah.
top place, we have a new.
Hey, Gene, you have any hot pockets?
That new microwave.
Yeah, we probably got hot
Is
pockets
the
too.
toaster.
Okay, good.
That new microwave.
Give me one of those breakfast pockets.
We're at the Black Widow's home.
Right.
The kid's
Breakfast.
hungry. He wants nourishment.
Breakfast pockets and a roll of toilet paper.
Roll.
There you
we
go.
There we go.
That's
Okay.
quarantine staple
Keep
right
it
there.
for him.
So there's
Roll
a,
of pockets.
I don't know if did you guys see any?
And her feet are kids at the same time.
Did you
talent.
see any of our posts
Darn it, I.
from the Easter weekend?
Yeah, get in there, one ball. Get in there, one ball. There she goes. And she's got a shot on the 2 to get on the 3.
So now that we're talking about Totina's pizza rolls, I know you probably remember from yesterday, Jason. We asked Jeremy what his favorite food would be
I know. Can't believe it.
on.
Quiet, Jeanette. We're talking.
I muted her. It was the Totina's pizzas or something, wasn't it?
Pizza, Jeremy Jones. That's what he's eating if he's one thing to eat in self quarantine.
Gotcha. So, question to the chat. Same question.
All time.
So, chat. Same question.
Comes
What
the
is the
pizza
one
rolls.
food that you guys would have on quarantine if you only had to pick one? And
This
now
is
we'll-
one of our questions with Teammates with Tuesdays, remember?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I might actually still
Oh,
have
was
it.
it?
Hey, Jason, if you guys want to pick out 5 lucky winners for an autographed Black Widow photo, I can personalize it and send it to them.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
fancy.
Look at that.
How do we want to do that?
I have no idea.
They probably like the first 5 that share like 50 times.
How am I going to go back and check that up? Like, how do
But
I
hey, you're the-
verify that?
You're the geeky guy, Steve. So
I know,
figure
and
it out,
I'm
okay?
telling you as the geeky guy, like, it may be not that easy.
There's no such thing as no. Let's
I
get
like-
it done, baby.
I'm gonna look at it like this. I'm gonna see what the chat comes up with for how we should.
There you go.
decide.
Yeah.
And I figure the solution will present itself. If somebody wants an autographed Jeanette Lee picture, they will make it known,
How about-
and they will make it obvious.
Or we
There
could
you
do
go.
what they do is, I'm an APA player if, or something to that effect. That would be a good APA story. The
All
best.
they're saying is pick me. We need more than that, people. You're gonna
Yeah,
have to
how
make-
about a meme? Somebody,
you're gonna have to make yourself stand out. I don't think you can put a meme in the comments, but
yeah, they can attach an image, can't they, or can they not?
I don't know if you can do it in the
I don't think
live.
so.
chat.
Wow.
Oh, maybe
the geeky guy doesn't know what's going on now.
See, now, Mark, let me
Must be that vodka.
let me teach you in the chat a lesson. All because you're the
Okay.
smartest guy in the room doesn't mean you know everything. It just means you're
I
smart.
wish I was the smartest guy in the room.
It just means I'm smart enough to know when I don't know anything, and I don't know anything.
Actually, I am the smartest guy in the room because I'm the only one in the room right now. So I got that one down beat.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got a robot and a teddy bear. That's it.
Yeah. So the teddy bear's smarter than
Teddy bear's got a few points on me. Yes.
I like what Eric Hafner says. He said, "I've been here since game one." He's making this. I want one. He's making
Very love that.
for why he deserves one. And I like
dig
that. Probably what we'll do is if you want one, put it in the comments. Maybe Jeanette will go back in and figure out who said what, and she'll pick randomly, and that's probably the best way to
So
figure that out.
pass the buck.
Yeah,
is
that
what
would be
I'm
fair.
Yeah.
She'll do that.
saying. That's the buck.
Did you guys see any of the pictures we posted from Easter weekend?
I did not.
No, I did not.
Well, since we've been quarantined here for, I don't know, since the 15th, I think, 15th or 16th of March, I went and got our motorhome, brought it here, and blocked off the driveway in the street.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
see
we
it.
saw those pictures. Yeah.
And set out all the chairs and tables and everything. I came inside and told Grace, I said, all right, everybody get dressed. We're going camping. And they were so excited. We walked out the front door and I go, here's where we're living for the next 2 days.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's funny you say that because like 2 weeks ago we decided to bust out a tent and put it on our back deck for the kids to like play in and out of. These are the things we're doing as parents to keep our children entertained right now. And you know, we left it out for like 3 or 4 days until they got tired of it, and then we finally put it in.
Yeah.
But Jeanette's kids, no tent for them.
No tents, only RVs, huh?
Divas, all divas.
All right.
Okay.
What time were you
So,
sleeping tonight?
so what will this make it for Jeanette?
Look, maybe
92?
you overhit it. It's all your fault.
Yeah, I believe so.
This would make it 8-2. This is the second game.
Yeah, 8-2.
It'll make it 8-2.
30.
8-2. The second game of the 9-ball set. 8-10. Same thing in Canada, Mark. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, I figured Steve would take care of it for us. So.
What's happened? Sorry, Matt Miley said something
Exactly.
funny.
So Matt Miley. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, this is why you play Steve first. He drinks and he's got a short attention span. Both things are happening right now.
What does Matt Miley want?
Matt Miley,
You know what Matt Myers was.
Matt Miley was commenting on our pajama bottoms.
Okay. Can you text Matt, ask him what he ate for dinner for me? You can post a picture on Facebook about it.
I get the joke.
Hey.
Uh-oh.
No,
No, there she goes. Good shot.
it was never even close.
Yeah, there was half an inch there. No big deal. I was half problem.
Jeez. Picked up too much topspin.
Let me ask the question, Jeanette, before you take this shot.
I don't think she can hear you, bro.
I don't think she can either. Don't interrupt her, Gene.
What were we going to say? How do you make that straight in ball?
No, I was not.
Cue ball in there.
Well, I was just going to ask. There's a lot of people in chat talking about how they want an autograph, and they kind of opened up a can of worms with offering to give one away. But
I'm not quite getting my Q-tip accuracy.
So what we should probably do is throw under the bus and say,
while?
yeah, she'll probably want to sign everybody an autograph and send them a picture.
so,
Only 1,000 people.
My pre-shot routine is like.
Gene, is there a place where they can go, maybe if they wanted to get an autograph, like if they wanted to go ahead and purchase one possibly, or something like that, if they don't win one in a giveaway?
Yeah, they could go. They could go to just go to our Facebook page, Tampa Bay APA League, and our Facebook page, and just hit me with a message, and I can take care of it from there.
They can tweet at Black
Or
Widow.
even the
Twitter.
Jeanette Lee, the Black Widow,
No, Twitter is
Page.
just Black Widow.
and then Twitter Black Widow. Anyway, we
Yeah,
can do it anyway.
Hey, Gene, I got a message from Ken Stapp. He's saying, can he get the first one? He wants it personalized. He wants to put Stappalicious, not Ken.
Stappalicious.
Yeah. He's a huge Jeanette Lee fan.
I would also like a Stappalicious Q, please.
Yeah.
Stappalicious.
Was it 8-2?
And I also got a message from Florian. He'd like one too.
Oh, hell yeah.
So Jeanette's kind of running here. She's getting into a lot better stroke.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. She's, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Last couple of games, she's really been able to draw the ball backwards. Let's see how she does. There you go. Uh-oh. Oh, not even close. Not even-
Toying with it.
Quarter pocket.
Yeah.
Trying
Yeah.
to scratch
Very
here.
dead again.
I tell you what, I'm
She's-
pretty impressed by the amount of viewers we've had all night. Pretty much hovering right around 1,000, like all night long. That's pretty cool. It's good to know that people are tuning in on a Friday night, hanging out.
I know at one point it was 2,800.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Well, as soon as Steve started bringing out the liquor, I think things started to drop off a bit. So
Everything got blurry.
yeah, exactly. So we call him Blurry Steve at the office.
I wonder what they do call me behind my back. I'm sure I probably have some sort of name.
Look at that. Perfect shape.
Yeah.
When
That's
was
how
the
I
last
would have done it.
time Cody shoot? Are we sure Cody's still there?
No, I
Yeah,
think Cody
Cody's-
went to.
Has he shot a 9-ball round at all? Or is he-
He has not. Hey, well, he shot. No, I don't think he has.
Non-ball game yet.
I think he shot once.
He has not shot yet in non-ball.
So Jeanette
So-
broke her hand with 2 racks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so Cody is just eating Totino's pizza rolls right now, or a hot dog.
The whole
No,
bag.
he-
Just wait for his
he's doing
turn.
all kinds of things.
He's biting his tongue.
I'm literally making food.
He's relaxing.
Dad, I'm not doing all kinds of things.
No,
I'm making food and watching.
Jason and Steve, all they do is sit around the whole time.
Ding. Totinos are ready.
That's right. They're ready.
What'd she say about us? We just sit around all the time? Is that what she said?
what's that?
Jeanette said something about Jason and Steve does what?
Does
Oh, no,
nothing.
she is. Oh, no, she said you guys joke around.
Oh, that's
that
true.
we do.
There we go. Let's get. Okay, that's good right there. A little bit of angle. Make it easier for the 8-ball. Looks like it's going to be 9-2 in a second.
She's cruising, man.
Yeah. She's really getting in the stroke right now. There we go. With the 8-ball roll up, maybe the 9-ball.
It'd be 3 breaking runs in a row for the Black Widow. She's
Yeah. She hit a gear.
catching fire.
Pretty strong.
Gonna have to have an intravenous tube in her arm like that all the time from now on.
Yeah.
Suke says from chat, Totino should pay for the advertisement. They should be a stream sponsor.
There you go.
We'll take the money.
I'll just take some Totinos.
No doubt, right? 'Cause that's where the money's going anyway, let's be honest.
Nat wants to take another look at it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Make sure we know that she's on her third.
Exactly.
I tell you what, though, I know Jeanette a long time, and she is as competitive as they come. Like I've seen her even with like amateurs out in Vegas, and she like plays around with them, but she don't like to lose.
I know.
She does not want to lose
Well, she didn't get where she's at by losing, right?
ever.
There we Oh!
Rattles the 8-ball in the
Yeah.
corner. Cody, the kid, with a golden opportunity to steal a game here. First time we'll see Cody in the 9-ball set. Let's see
There
what
he
he
is.
gets with the opportunity.
He took his sweatshirt off. He's really ready for action
He's
now.
got Totino's in his system. He's good to go.
That's right.
Yep, he's fueled up.
Well, if he had a hot pocket, then he'll have to take a break.
Should that be our stream sponsor?
Yeah.
Hot Pocket and a certain commodity we've been running out of in stores lately.
Well, they say the breakfast pocket and a roll of toilet paper.
Oh man, we've hit a new low. And
I know, right?
All
There
right,
you go.
Kodi,
Look at
there
that.
you go.
Yeah, we went online this morning and searched toilet paper in the area.
Yeah.
And one of the little neighborhood Walmarts popped up that they just got in like
Yay.
200 cases of toilet paper. So by the time I got there,
I was telling Jean too.
by the time I got there, it was,
I kept telling myself,
they had
have better mental.
6.
But that's on me. It's still my responsibility. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think when I'm
6
playing a
rolls
lot,
of
I
toilet
don't
paper.
even notice. But
I went ahead and muted them until they start playing again. I
Yeah,
love you, Gene. I'm sorry, just with all the noise, it's just too much going on at once, and
I think she's
I love
verbally
you all.
abusing him because he won a game. Wow. Jeez.
That's obviously what's going
Yeah.
on, right?
Yeah. I thought she was going to smack him with the back end of her shoe as she walked by. You notice that?
The funny thing is, so what people hear, like when they all start talking, is probably the way they've been listening to all of us the whole night.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah. This is really Steve's fault again.
Of course it is, and we do try not to talk over each other. It takes some time for to get into a groove with your cast mates, and we'll get there.
Yeah. We have to do the hand raise. We'll have to start doing the hand raise, one of these.
Oh, okay. One of those.
I don't even know how to do that. I can do that. There you go. They can't see it anymore. I changed the screen.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just do a real one.
Yeah,
Okay, so Jeanette, just make the 9 on the break.
He jumped up there and broke it.
Did I miss the rack? Or they not break yet?
No, Jeanette just broke, but Kodi had won the game before that. So that's
I'm sorry.
Yeah, why did Jeanette break that one?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that? They'll figure it out. They know what they're doing.
No. Those Tatinos seem to be kicking in quicker than we thought.
We got to get some clarification on the break. Ask Gene. Wait.
No, it's good. It should be Cody's break, right? It's winter break
Okay.
format, right?
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't Jeanette break? And
I think that's what.
Yeah,
Didn't they? I think they
broke,
re-racked.
and then I think they realized they re-racked, and then
Yeah, which is what confused me because I'm like, why are they re-racking?
Yeah.
see what happens when we don't have a referee there. Things like
Yeah, exactly. So, Gene, put some white gloves on and let's get this thing done.
you know what I mean?
He doesn't.
That's not the way I was.
I will say, Gene, you're a great sport with this because I know that without your you getting involved here, this doesn't happen tonight. So Gene's been a good sport. We appreciate it. I think that all the viewers owe Gene a debt of gratitude because this really does not happen without his setting this up. So
And if you're really nice, he'll take you camping in that big RV he's got. Maybe not.
That's
You
our tour bus for this year.
there you
We
go.
haven't been back.
Oh, get down there. There's a kind of a nice roll. Makes the 5 ball, gets onto the 2 ball. This might be another game for Jeanette here. Steve, you can sit down if you want.
I can't.
Yeah, okay. You drunk?
I'm getting my set. No, I'm not drunk. Come on
Okay,
now.
Okay. Good. Well, I wasn't sure if you're popping cereal and vodka at the same time.
No.
Mark has a tendency to see if somebody has like a drink, they're drunk.
Yeah.
With Mark, between 1 drink and 10 drinks.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
drunk,
yeah.
you got a drink.
Well, because I can't help myself either, so.
It's gonna take a little bit more than a drink or two.
You had a drink, Mark. You did not drink for a long time, right?
Well, I've basically been not drinking for 33 years, really.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
So maybe
33.
1 drink does get you drunk.
The last time I actually drank more than 1 drink was the last time I actually had a convention when I won my last League Upper of the Year award.
Okay, you did have a drink?
Oh, I had quite a few with Kim Ramsey, the girl who worked for me for 12 years. So, yeah. So I woke up the next day and we had our Duel in the Desert golf tournament, and it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
The Jason interview thing again. So wash the face, get out there. So that was the last time I've had, and that's probably been 7 or 8 years, and I might have had maybe 2 drinks the last 7 or 8 years.
Good for you.
But it's just never been something that, matters to me that much. So Jeanette gets onto the 6 ball here. She's going to have a pretty good opportunity to get out. Make sure she gets some angle for the 7 ball. That's pretty close right there. Roll down for the 7, get on the 8 and the 9. Everything's natural right now.
Let me ask you a question. How do you go from the 8 to the 9?
From the 8, as long as she gets angle from the 7 ball, all she has to do is just make the 8 come off the bottom rail, and the cue ball naturally come down for the 9 ball. So once she gets the right angle on that 7 ball, just one too far.
So 5-time U.S. Amateur champion Brian Parks tuning in. And Brian, I haven't forgotten about you. You've been nodding me on my interview request. I'm gonna get you on a show, one of the Billiards Tonight shows, in the next few weeks. So I'm coming for you, buddy. Don't be hiding from me.
Yeah,
the world needs to hear Brian Parks.
That's right. I'll be the first one to say it. Hi, Shorty.
Oh no, you didn't go there.
I did.
Mark, you're a pretty tough guy when you're a world away, huh?
Oh, of course. I mean, Brian can't do anything on the other side of the country, right? He's in California right now, so I won't even talk about that he wears lifts.
Oh my goodness.
The funny thing is, Mark is like 5'7".
I know, right?
I'm actually 5'9", Shorty.
I've never heard of a 5'7" guy call somebody short, but
yeah. I'm actually 5'9". That's not much taller, so
5'9", 110 pounds.
Hey, I'm down to 160.
Look at you.
It's pretty impressive. I haven't been 160 since I was 13. Right?
I think my left leg might be 160.
Yeah, my left leg.
That on the 9 ball again here. Man, she's
got a stretch on it. There we go. Good shot, Jeanette. Yep.
9-3 in favor of Black Widow. And the thing is, with that 8 ball last rack, she could be.
She actually.
Whoop, let me mute that right
It actually
quick.
should have been 10-2. If you missed that 8 ball, would have been 10-2 right now. So Jeanette's putting on a bit of a bum smack. That's right.
Oh wow, Brad says it will definitely be a short interview, but don't. Shh.
Ooh, Brian, short.
Brian, I'm not exactly a roaring giant myself. We'll band together. We'll take Brad Jones down. For those of you who don't know what Brad Jones looks like in real life, he's like a little mini Viking.
Yeah.
Right?
Viking,
just
Well,
whatever you
Bill's
do,
the big Viking, right? So.
Yeah, just do whatever you do. If you see Brad eating a pizza, don't stick your hands in it there. She'll start eating your hand too. So he's a big pizza guy.
All right, I got to give them a point here. Let me unmute them.
But Brian Parks is a good sport. So
sure, I break there for the Black Widow, so Kodi will get another chance at the table. He hasn't had many opportunities here in the 9 ball set, and that's been pretty dominant. See if he can make the most of his opportunities. He's got a lot of ground to cover now.
Yeah, Brian's down here from our neck of the woods. He's just south of us a little bit.
Hey guys, I might look miserable, but I would rather be doing anything else than having the time of my life. I'm noticing that I'm going in and out of like that inner focus, and so I'm getting frustrated and mumbling to myself, but just don't let that trick you into thinking that I would rather be doing anything else, because I'm having so much fun. Thanks for this opportunity.
We're just glad to see you on the table, Jeanette.
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah, you're playing well. That's a good shot by Kodi right there.
Great shot.
Slow down. Got to get on that 2 ball. So
I am still low-key rooting for Kodi, though, even though I'm glad to see you on the table.
it's hard to be low key when you say it out loud, Steve. I think that's low key.
That's true.
Unless she goes back and watches the whole video, she won't know that you were on Kodi's side, Steve. Okay, she might have heard that.
If you want to tell Jeanette that Steve didn't break out the booze until about 20 minutes ago, so
In all fairness, I have been drinking this whole time.
we just didn't
I think
notice.
it's great. This doing this for me for the players and all fans of APA and friends, family. It's just pretty awesome. I'm just glad we're able to do that.
Yeah, and I think that's what this is all about, Gene, is again, I mean, we realize there's a lot of bad news out there. One of the things that we've really been doing since the shutdown with our APA Facebook page is trying to bring some entertainment, some good news, you know, the positive things that may be lacking on TV or on the internet right now. So just trying to stay engaged with our pool players and making sure they're doing all right through all this. And, you know, again, this opportunity wouldn't be here if it wasn't for what's going on in the world right now. So little spin on that ball.
Yeah, she had to stay around that 5 ball to get on the 2.
Nice.
Got onto the 3, so, and she's got an opportunity to get onto that 4 ball as well.
We were just talking about this morning how much we miss our players.
Oh yeah, it's family,
You
man.
know, being away from it, when you're with them almost every day for, you know, talking to them, seeing them those wee hours in the morning, and it just needed to go to not seeing them at all.
It's your extended family.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have found it really heartening, though. I've been seeing a lot of people that have been staying in touch with teammates. We've seen some pictures showing up in the Facebook group and that kind of thing. Like, hey, I'm still with my teammates. We're not together physically, but we're either getting together online. Or I saw a picture today, like one team had somebody that had a birthday. And so I saw all the teammates' cars parked outside of the house, I guess with signs and stuff for the players. So they were keeping their distance, but they were letting their teammate know how much they wanted to wish him a happy birthday. So pretty cool stuff.
I tied it up.
It's amazing the ingenuity that people come up with in times like this.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, though, on a positive thing on that note, that's one of the reasons why I'm just never really scared. I have nothing but faith in humanity as a whole. We'll get it done. Like, if whatever it takes. If you just look throughout history, every time humanity needed to show up, we showed up. So we'll get it done here too.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, I'm getting deep. It's 10 o'clock on a Friday.
I think it's the popcorn kicking in.
I love popcorn. I got a movie-style popcorn maker from an auction, so we're like making movie, like the popper you see in a movie theater.
Wow.
We have a smaller version of that in the house, so popcorn's a big deal in the house. The
You
Alejandro
really
household.
like popcorn.
Almost as much as I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, or Totino's pizza rolls too. So it's
The callbacks are amazing. Well done.
that's a bathroom's nightmare right there.
All right, Kodi, now's the time, brother.
Stroke it. It's going to be tough. I don't know if you can see the 4 balls. Just depends on how much you can. It could be a thin cut.
Hey, Gene, what kind of table does Kodi play on at his mom's house?
I think it's an old house.
Okay, so
Oh,
a
wow, okay.
9-foot table, a big table.
I'm going to have to say yes, I guess.
I don't know of any 7-foot old housings, but that I was
Yeah.
mainly wondering the size. He gave me the brand.
Yeah. With those are two different. These are 2 different tables too, so it's going to be play completely different.
Yeah, I guess they might make 8-foot old housings, huh?
Yeah, I think they do. That's a good shot. Uh-oh. Well, looks like he can see it at least. This is obviously somewhere he can play safe if he really wanted to. Get into the 5 ball, bring the cue ball down table, leave the 5 there, and bump the 6 out, depending on how confident he feels.
Thank you, chat, for backing up my popcorn obsession. I appreciate it.
Tell Chad we didn't ask him anything, okay?
Yeah, who's this chat you keep talking about? Chat who?
Yeah.
Chat Stevens?
There we go. Good shot, Kodi.
Tabitha says, tomorrow I'm going to have to go get some Cinnamon Toast Crunch because I'm hungry for it now. I get it.
Hey, if you're going to get that, try the churros. The churros they make of the churros.
The version, right? Yeah.
Churros.
Yeah, they make Cinnamon Toast Crunch churros.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Yeah, my wife bought like a box of them a couple weeks ago. My kids ate them in like 2 days and they were gone. I was like, don't buy that cereal anymore. That's not...
It's gotta last.
they like were just eating it like as a potato chips or something.
So for those of you who don't know where that reference came from, it came from one of our Tuesday with teammates because we were all asked what would be your one food that you would eat during quarantine, and I was made fun of at great length for my Cinnamon Toast Crunch obsession.
I went with steak nachos.
Which I thought was a good call too.
Because I felt like I could do a lot of different things with the steak nachos.
That's right.
Mark picked like some peanut butter bars or something.
No, I picked a keto chocolate bar is what I picked because I'm on keto. So I've never had Cinnamon Toast Crunch and I haven't had cereal since like October.
I'm bringing you Mark. When I see you next, I'm bringing you Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah, I will say when Jason was talking about his steak nachos, he was quite proud of himself of all the options that he could do. So,
Mark,
and you could tell he was actually drooling as he was describing it.
I actually made steak nachos later that night, so
he talked himself into it. Yeah.
I made tacos for dinner tonight.
There you go.
My son loves tacos.
Are these beef tacos, chicken tacos, pork tacos?
We did the beef tacos. But we did you can get the bowl or you can get the actual taco. Two different versions.
Okay.
Mark, diet plan for that keto?
What's that?
Do you have a diet plan for that keto diet?
I basically just went by the amount of carbs. So I'm on 25 carbs a day.
Yeah, that's
I started in October. I was 196 in October, and now I'm down to 160.
Isn't 25 carbs like one piece of toast?
A piece of bread is like 23.
Yeah.
I remember I was at Terry and Lydia's house, co-founders of the APA, and Lydia said, "Hey, do you want me to make you some toast?" We were having some coffee, and I said, "No, I can't have toast." She goes, "Oh, come on, you can have one piece." And I said, "I'm only on 25 carbs, Lydia," and she goes, "Oh, come on, what would one piece be?" We broke out the loaf of bread, and she goes, "Oh, wow, this is 23." And then she goes, "I wonder what the cinnamon is." And I said, "Oh, are you trying to kill me?" And then we go to it's like 40. And she says, "You can't have nothing." So it was kind of a joke. So I've never cooked at home as much as I had. Obviously, but now that the shutdowns happened, you're doing it all the time. But I think the first time when I go to a restaurant, I'm going to tip like $14,000 to the waiter. I won't have to make a meal. So. It's gonna be almost a surreal experience. So,
Eric McBride from chat says a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch is 450 carbs.
See, there you go. He knows. Yeah. So, my friend of mine from Canada came down when I first started doing the keto diet, and he wanted to see how many carbs he could actually have that one day to try and offset what I was doing, and he had like 600. He had ice cream. He had Reese's peanut butter cups. He ate 2 potatoes. He ended up being flush and drunk on the couch by the time he was finished. So that was quite funny.
Sounds like a great day.
I wonder how many people we have sent to the pantry, like since got whole like food snack.
Well, look at Jeanette actually stopped thinking about it. She was thinking about Cinnamon Toast Crunch right there.
Well, that's where it all started. They were making Hot Pockets over there, and we started getting hungry.
Well, the Hot Pocket makers stand up too, I guess.
Mark Barb from chat says if you're gonna tip 14 grand or whatever it is, what you said, please go to her restaurant.
Yeah. It's like I saw a couple of was a Facebook friend up in Canada. She said when this I'm gonna make out with everybody I see for the first 2 weeks. Funny.
All right. It's interesting how you didn't use her name. That's kind of
yeah. Right. Well, I'm going to go up there right before it comes back. So,
all right, well, Jeanette's out of the way. Let's put Jeanette on the hill.
Yeah,
I like that peanut butter fudge ice cream.
Yeah, I've seen that. I haven't tried. Good shot, Jeanette. Good out.
Look at that.
10-3.
10-3. Jeanette Lee, the Black Widow, on the hill in this race to 11. She has been on fire in this 9-ball set. I mean, almost flawless. She had the one mistake in the third game of the 9-ball set, but other than that, she has been on fire.
They played 13 13 games, and Jeanette's had only 9 mistakes. 9 errors.
Very nice.
Crazy. There's no miss.
So Jeanette's on the hill right now.
She is on the hill.
3.
As we say in golf, dormy.
Couple of comments in chat. Mike Luna says, "Man, we don't care about y'all's diet. Can you say what's happening on the table?"
Nah.
Ooh.
Nah. We already covered that. It's our party. We say what we want to.
That's right. Now let's talk about food more.
Yeah.
Maybe we talk a little bit about the rack. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We don't need to talk about it. She's running out from everywhere.
That is true.
So
She made another one. Oh, she made another one.
Yeah,
She made another one. Oh,
Yeah.
she made another one.
And she's not letting Kodi get to the table again.
that's right.
No, we could be giving a little more. And Mark, that really falls to you, man. I'm a 3 on a good day. Jason's a 3 on a good day. What does she need to do to put this away? Give us the in-depth analysis.
Keep doing what she's doing. She doesn't do anything else.
Yeah.
So.
She's got to
Giving
figure it
Kodi
out.
too
at
many
this point.
opportunities right now. So and as this has gone on, you've noticed that Jeanette's free stroking a little bit more. So she's getting a lot more comfortable.
She's feeling it.
To get more confidence, exactly. So and her break's been getting better too. There you go. Yeah, there we go. That was a good break. 2 balls going to go in too,
She can see the one.
and a shot on the 1 ball. So
Can't she see that? I guess she can't see that.
well,
Yep.
yeah, she should be able to see that. So it's just a matter of getting between that 5-9 right there for the 3 ball, if that's the way she wants to play it. 6 balls down table, 7 balls down table, 5's right there. So he plays it right. She should be able to get out here too.
Here's a question for you, Jason. Matthew Moorhead asks, how did this match come about?
Yeah, so I mean, we've just been looking for content. We're sports fans like everybody else. There's no live sports. Obviously, we love pool too. So we had talked to Jeanette last week on the Billiards Tonight show. We did the interview, and we asked her what she'd think about playing a match. We know she's got a table at home. Steve and I have been there and played with her on the table there. So we said, hey, look, how about you and Kodi? Because Cody's a really accomplished young man. They live in the same household. They've got the pool table, and she said, sure, even though she's obviously had some health issues recently, she said she'd feel up to it. We were actually going to do this earlier this week, but she wasn't feeling as good.
Mm-hmm.
And so credit to Jeanette. Not only is she playing really well, but she agreed to do this just a couple weeks removed from hospitalization. So you can see just how impressive of a player she is, considering she's far from full health here. So, it's really a credit to Jeanette and Kodi and Jean for making this happen. They just kind of let us, pop in here and bring it to you folks. So
Another thing also, if you guys wouldn't mind, maybe hop over to Jeanette's Facebook page and give her a like.
Oh, she got it. Good shot. Good shot.
yeah, that's a good point, Steve. Jeanette's Facebook page, The Black Widow, Jeanette Lee. I know she'd like you guys to be following her on Facebook. I think she's also on Instagram, Twitter, but
About setting up these stretch shots.
Mm-mm.
Get to bump the 8.
I know she's been talking about doing some instruction and some different things on her social. So make sure you find Jeanette on your social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Like her on all of them. And as she produces more content and instructional stuff, you'll be able to get that right in your news feed. So she loves to teach. I know that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Laura,
yeah.
I had forgot to switch there. I apologize.
Probably go ahead and talk about what tomorrow with Florian. Maybe another shout out for Florian, what he's
Yeah,
doing.
there's actually on the Florian topic as well, to piggyback off what Mark said. Roberto Blanco says should put Florian in a match if possible. So
Next Wednesday,
Yep.
Venom versus Venomette. We got it right here on the APA Facebook page. Husband versus wife. That'll be a 9-ball APA 9-ball race. Florian playing as a 9, Ayana, his wife, is a 4. So that'll be fun. We'll do that on next Wednesday.
Yeah, and I was talking to Florian the other day, and Ayana has beat him way more times than he's beaten her, so it's actually going to be a fun matchup. So
and we might stack it in Ayana's favor a little bit.
yeah,
That'll be
Well-
if Florian doesn't wear himself out. So he's got this world record attempt starting tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central. He's going to try to set a record for the most trick shots made in a 24-hour period You can watch that on his YouTube channel.
Mhm.
You just search on YouTube Venom Trick Shots, and so he'll be doing that for 24 hours straight from his home in Las Vegas. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to do some live look-ins with Florian throughout that attempt just to see how he's holding up. So we'll see how he's doing tomorrow, a few hours in.
And that came up from Florian saying that, hey, as soon as I get 1 million subscribers, I was going to do that, and he hit the 1 million subscribers in like a month or something like that. So
Yeah.
it was some moron got the million. I don't know. Some
They
guy
can't
in-
see me. I was
that's
that.
right. It was Steve. That's right.
I was that moron. But we could talk about how
Yeah.
moronic I am in a second. She's got
she's
her
about
last
to
3
finish
balls
this
here.
off.
Yeah, she's got
Black Widow, folks. She's
slow
in
down,
stroke.
slow down. Yes. Now here's the shot that she missed on the other side to give Kodi that game. So she's got to take a little extra here because she makes it. She actually got the 9. Yeah.
But the ball is on the rail.
Yeah, this one's actually on the rail. The other one was just off the rail, but potato or Tostino, hot pocket. You know.
Totino's. We have to reach out to Totino's to see if we can't get a sponsorship of some kind. Like, even if they were to just tell us no, just on principle, I think we have to ask.
So we'll have Jeanette go through all the comments.
Shush.
Take a look.
She says shush.
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 Dean's fault. So
She got to reset. Smart, though. Smart. She's
Messed up the pre-shot routine. Got to do it again.
there we go.
8 in the
Yeah.
corner. Left herself up on the rail, but
Same shot again.
She
just
frozen?
A bit of a cut on it. Probably a quarter ball.
Oh,
Black Widow's a 9-ball away from taking this match.
Should we ask her to bank the 9 to win? She has to bank it to win.
No. You don't mess with these professionals in that way, Steve.
I'm sorry. I know.
So she might ground Kodi too after this.
Bruce
Well, hey,
Bar-
credit to Kodi, though, too, because, he kind of gets thrown in the fire. Like, it's not the easiest thing for a 17-year-old to play in front of a few thousand people on a live stream with, very little notice. So
The former number 1 player in the world.
appreciate Kodi playing along here, and I think he still has a very bright future ahead of him.
Oh, yeah.
So, look at that.
Good shot.
There it
Look at
is.
that. There we go. And
Fires that 9-ball in the corner, and the Black
Yeah.
Widow, folks. She is the Black Widow. She's a Hall of Famer, and she wins this match in pretty dominant fashion. Kodi and Jeanette with a show of sportsmanship, a hug, and there you have it, folks.
and she fired that 9-ball in a little firm too.
Yeah, you can pick it up.
for both of us.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
What's
nice
up,
job,
guys?
Jeanette. Way to go.
Nice match, Jeanette. You certainly don't look like somebody who was in the hospital a couple weeks
A couple
ago.
weeks ago.
I'm feeling like it right now. That was a lot of pull for me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. But it could have gone either way because it really just had to do with the way that the brakes rolled a little bit. You could tell from his game that he was up to the challenge. It's just a matter of getting the opportunities. And
Yeah, I scratched on the brake twice. I definitely should have scratched on the second brake, on the 8-ball brake that I had. I definitely
Yeah,
should have.
Jeanette didn't give you much of a chance in the 9-ball set, Kodi. I mean, she was running racks there. She kind of got on fire, didn't she?
Yeah.
He's like, that's kind of a thing that happens.
well, hopefully this will keep going. I mean, I'm feeling better. I feel like the infection's gone. I think I've got one more week left on this pick line, and I'll be free of it finally. And we just, of course, all of us have to stay home and stay vigilant and keep it on.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all.
Social distancing, yeah.
Not get too comfortable and go roaming about. So we're all being super cautious here. I've got an autoimmune disease, and we've got children
risk.
that are kind of germ infested. Not Kodi. But I've got they're always touching their and touching things and stuff like that.
He
So
was eating those Tostino's pizza rolls, so you never know. So,
Hey, I was sitting down a couple games, so I might as well. And
Yeah.
but you've got something to shoot for now, Kodi, right?
Well, hey
The
guys,
rematch.
on behalf of all the viewers, I want to say thank you because again, you guys have been really hospitably welcoming us into your home
home.
on a Friday night. Kodi, for you to step up and play the Black Widow, a Hall of Famer, in front of a couple thousand people. Kudos to you too, man. We really appreciate you guys playing along. We had fun with it, and we're real grateful because, again, we don't have anything else to watch right now. So to have pro live sports in front of us,
It's
we
hot.
are also thankful. So thank you very much. And thanks to Jean, too.
Yeah.
Jean has been awesome. Jean, come over here and
I've seen quite a few people were
This is,
saying that they'd like to see you guys play straight pool.
There's Jean. Way to go,
Yeah.
Jean. Way to go, Jean.
Jane!
but I know that he would pick it up as long as he doesn't put too much pressure on himself to do it the right way with me being all super analytical and all that. So if I keep my mouth zipped, he's got a good chance to do it. So, I haven't played straight pool in a really long time also, but it is my favorite game. But again, I hope we get to do this more often. And if you guys want to share, like, comment, we'll make sure that we go back on there and take a look at everything and all the comments, and I'll try to respond to you guys. Definitely Kodi the Kid Allen. You can find him on Facebook also.
Sorry about everyone who lost their bets.
We're talking potato chips.
Right, I mean, of course.
That's all right. That's all right. No, thanks again, guys. Yeah. Well, you guys stay safe and take care of yourselves again. Thank you. Folks, thank you for tuning in tonight. We hope you enjoyed it. Again, thanks to the Black Widow, Kodi, Jean Allen, APA, and everybody who's made this possible tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. We will be back live tomorrow with Florian Kohler live looking at his 24-hour Guinness World Record attempt. So check back with us again tomorrow if you would. So until then, we'll say good night, folks.
Wow.
Good night. Good night.